the mercy of Allah and the law written in our nature. We call an individual into existence, and when that individual comes, I make no apologies for what I'm about to say.
Rough, rugged and real, you're on standstill to obey your case, so let the man build. Words of rapture that you have to capture, and I just slapped ya with a handful of literature. This dope, deaf, fresh, hype, choice, smooth and raw. Rappers I replace, rub out and erase. Competition, you must be on freebase, smoking or joking, bound to be broken. Now get your damn hands off the mic that I'm choking. Cause I got a stranglehold. You're still cold on parole for the role you stole. Rhymes that you yell out, but you did sell out. Crossed over, lost over here, now get the hell out. I'm not a pop star, rock and roller, I'm a rebel, blessed, able to hold a mic like a hammer and drop grammar, treat a rapper like a wrestler and body slam them. Those who dispute get treated just like a prostitute. They get the boot and played like a flute, so just play mute. Don't even whisper, open your mouth to speak and I'ma dish your ragtag and dog. Put you in the morgue because you're petty, confetti, and not ready to rock steady. In other words, you're half-stepping, tiptoeing, get going. Because my weapon is not a 9, a Uzi, or a shotgun. But when it come to hype rhymes, I got one. Just like the album is still the same. Long live the cane, ain't a damn thing changed. I still get ill and kill at will and build the skill to fill your grill, so don't tell me you're real. We sample beats, you sue and try to fight us. Man, you still be home with arthritis. If we didn't revive and bring back alive old beats that we appreciated, you wouldn't survive. You'd be another memory to us. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. So understand the way that I live, that's positive. And the message I got to give is a benefit for you and me. I'm talking about P-E-A-C-E, the chosen one that has turned the new leaf. I got gold teeth and they don't chew beef. No pork on my fork, strictly fish on my dish. The cane fallen victim, sucker you wish. I flow like water, slaughter, put you out of order. Floored ya. Rappers are ragging and tagging and snagging and bragging to be on the bandwagon, but I'm the last dragon with the knack to attract the pack, so just get back. I'm young, gifted, and black.
Yes, once again I want to welcome everybody to another edition of the Black Poet Matters. This is session 4, the monthly virtual poetry event that we do here on Bassment Entertainment. So just let your family and friends know that we are live right now, and we're gonna definitely have a good lineup for you this evening. So once again, just feel free to share the love, share the link. Just let everybody know that we're on live. So if you just go to Bassment Entertainment, that's Bassment spelled B-A-S-S-M-E-N-T. You can find us on Facebook as well as YouTube. So once again, you can just share the love and share the link. Let everybody know that we are live right now. So once again, it's the Black Poet Matters. It's the virtual poetry event that we do every month. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in once again, and we're gonna definitely keep things going for everybody right about now. But I'm gonna introduce, because we have 2 hosts tonight, but I'm definitely gonna introduce our first host for tonight. She goes by the name of Latisha Divine. So everybody out there, just give a round of applause and welcome to the mic right about now. She goes by the name of Latisha Divine.
Hi everyone, good evening, how are you? Very good to be here. Thank you for that introduction. Are we ready to get started? We have a wonderful lineup tonight, so I am so excited about what's going to happen right now. So our first poet up is Brother Larry Moore. Mr. Larry Moore is coming to you from the Tuscan Phoenix, Arizona poetry scene by the way of Des Moines, Iowa. An undergrad in psychology and a master's in teaching with concentrations in English, theater, and rhetoric. Mr. Larry Moore is an educator, motivator, performer, and lover. Let's welcome Mr. Larry Moore to the stage.
Show me how you do that trick. The one that makes you love someone. The world wants us so numb and alone. Show me how you do it. The one that makes the winters warm. The one where summer never comes. I don't want
There we go. Peace, 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 peace. Good evening. Mr. Larry Moore coming to you from Tucson, Arizona. Very, very happy to be a part of Black Poet Matters once again. I'm going to try to switch it up just a little bit this evening and do some just kind of a mix. I'm going to start with some family stuff and then end with a poem that I actually wrote last time when we found out that Trump was going to be our president elect, and then maybe try to finish it up with something a little more inspirational. But yeah, let's start like this. This first poem is about Mama. Okay, so. Heard my mama say it'd be a day like this. Heard my mama say, yeah. Heard my mama say it'd be a day like this. Heard my mama say, she said to be kind. She said to keep it cool. Said that you should always be patient in everything you do. That's how you grew. Mama was a magician. Practical magic, patchwork classic, love alchemist by the force of habit. Pull lunch money plus winter hat and glove out, ass of rabbit. Mama was a savage. She was save the day storybook fantastic. I could never manage to package all of the feats into 1,000 stanzas, so I'll try and keep this thing short. I said, Mama was a magician. And if you listen, you can still hear her incantation of heartbeat rhythm simmer just below river of bloodstream. Boil, black woman, toil till tall tail ends meet. Grind on repeat till abracadabra street get to see these sweet converses on me and my little brother's feet. Don't you worry about that. Nothing she gets for her 60-hour weeks. See, you might have forgotten, so let me repeat. I said, Mama was a magician, growing brown boys from the fissures in the pavement, tears and homemade hash made with a basis of love as the sustenance, smile as an extra nourishment to conjure encouragement, cast hand to back of head, smack spells to curb that foolishness. Wasn't no Wilhelmina foo-foo tattooed on forehead, wasn't one of your little friends. Never would a slam door be had without that thing being kicked in. I'm telling you, Mama was a magician. No need for wishing upon stars, cause Mama had that 11-11 perfection of witching hour charm. Regardless of clock hand position, afflictions remedied with the quickness. One last time, I'll reiterate this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, my mama was a magician. Peace, peace, peace. Yeah. Okay, so as a young person, mom and grandma just made life as great as you can imagine, man. But you know, being a young Black man, that comes with ups and downs. When you get in trouble, you got to pay the cost in the same way that you get to soak up all the love when you're doing your thing. So this poem is about just what life looked like for my little brother and I as we grew up. So, Fridays after school, I couldn't wait to get home. Boy Meets World and Family Matter scenes. TGIF shows on all evening. Evening should also bring pizza and ice cream because that's just how Fridays were. I miss those days. Would miss the only women to love were Mama, Grandma, Laura, and Topanga days. Rainy day Saturdays on matching raincoat brother days, 9 and 5 years silly. We'd be on the back seat for mall trips, talking of Power Ranger flips and block structure architecture blueprint layouts, and where in the world Carmen Sandiego could possibly be. But that was all before we got there. And when we did, it was always one shoe store to the next shoe store, wondering where there could be more room in Mom's closet, because even the floor was piled high with high heels. But don't you dare to go to telling Mom and Grandma how you feel. Pop, boy, who do you think you're talking to? But I have to admit, it was always true. We had our favorite Chinese food in food courts for lunch. Lunch all down me and my little brother's front. Right before tagging J.C. Penney's, 100 pennies perfect for late afternoon gum endeavors, but Mama took them because we was acting up in the store. I miss those days. Miss snow days. Miss big snowsuits, big ass boots, layers of hats and gloves during winter expedition missions, fighting the biggest armies of bad guys you've ever seen. Make believe. Make believe. Make me believe that you can even make believe anymore. Do you just make yourself believe that this is so much better than that? When those days were beautiful in a Beauty and the Beast way that we can never, ever, ever have that. I miss make believe and desperately want to believe again, so please give me reprieve and simple love, because I miss those days. Rainy day Saturdays with matching raincoat brother days, 9 and 5 years silly. I will read one really quick without some of the frills and such. This is a poem that I wrote for my two daughters. It is one of those things where, you know, as you get older and you have your own kids, and you start to provide the kind of love and security that you were provided, it really brings like full circle just how warm and secure and encouraging your environment was, and you really want to turn around and try to give that same thing to your young people. So this is Moon-Faced Brown Girls, an ode to temperance and Zamaya. This letter is origin in progression, root to stem, fruition of flower blossom, a first thought of you plucked from a stray sunbeam's fingers on a rainy day, and I began storing it away. Hoarding the shape of the love I knew I would harbor for you under each of my beds in a red labeled box marked radioactive, infectious disease, beware. You know not what you are getting yourself into. My daughters, I knew you before I met you. Had seen double-taken wallet-sized deja vu glimpses in reflective department store windows. So I knew your skin would be as rich brown as a fresh garden till. Keeping my pockets filled with grins to plant, knowing they are still hard for Black girls to come by, and I would never want you to feel like you didn't have the foundation you need. I named you Splendid, and I imagined you moon-faced brown girl. I prayed the equinox into your smile so that you would be happy in all your waking moments. I had been waiting for you in all my waking moments. I have been praying for you in all my waking moments. And now Daddy is loving you in all his waking moments. Peace, peace, peace. All right. Change the tone just a bit. I literally remember the moment. I remember where I was sitting. I remember the bartender. And I just remember like the outpouring of sorrow as President Trump was elected the first time. And it was just so interesting because I also remember the juxtaposition of like the complete and utter overwhelming joy as Barack was elected the first time. But yeah, this is a poem. It's election 2016 doomsday poetry. And yeah, it's a love poem, but in the tone of doomsday. So check it. When the votes are ballot boxed and the victor is cashing the political capital, they will come to take us from the ghettos we have called homes to the ones that they have renamed in shades of purple. And when the door hinge shatters, they will find me pressed into your ordained hollow of hip bone. My brown, a continuation of your sentiment, your hands buried in the clay of my shoulders. Rome was not built or destroyed in a day, love. So don't let go as the persecution trickles down. I will tuck you under my tongue. Each meal, me having a sliver of you with my thin soup, you flavoring the scarcity of the onions, and at some point when they have seen my black fist at half staff one too many times, they will find you in my blood. Shoestring love poems box stuffed beneath the flower bed of my heart, I will finally come apart at the seams for them, and they will find that I was stuffed full of you. I will pour my Black woman across the pavement, and they will know their effort was all for naught as the brick and mortar begin to burn. Rome was not built or destroyed in a day, love. Peace, peace, peace. And we will finish with this joint. It is an older joint, but it just takes us back to a better time. So this is the Blues of a Lost Harlem. Again, Mr. Larry Moore, thank you so much for having me this evening. I dreamt of Harlem the other night. I dreamt of stars and dreamt of Harlem. Dreamt Harlem in a sorrowful blue tinted tone of the hue, because that's where Black poets were allowed to write free. And that's what I am. I am a Black poet, and that happens to be who I am. In fact, I am Harlem in my heart, a haunting blue shade of a Harlem note. I am sullen sapphire for the lack of Black trumpet hoots and Black thumping boots jiving in the streets from my brothers for their love for living. No ladies ever sing the blues anymore. And no little girls ever ballet to James Moody's mood anymore. But maybe if they just would blow a little tune, could even just whisper the notes like secrets. Donate light footfall to the transition and hold a pose of the second note in the third measure. Maybe more people will want to know again, and we could live, and we poets and people could live free, and our meter could live free. Then maybe more mothers would want to march again, and more fathers would start to come home. This is what I dream. I dream Harlem. That is why I lament and cry fresh, dark blue rivers over my old worn brown for you. I cry them into latent textures of unforgettable adoration. I cry for you, dear voices from Harlem. I weep. Peace. Mr. Larry Moore, thank you.
So thank you, Mr. Moore. Larry Moore from Tucson, Phoenix, Arizona. He has a magical family. Thank you so much for that awesome delivery. Everybody give it up for Larry. So up next, we have Miss Crystal Cauley. She's gonna bless us with a poem tonight. Crystal Cauley is a native of Hendersonville, North Carolina. And she has the first Black art exhibit in her city in March 2019. Crystal founded the Black Business Network of Western North Carolina and Black History Collective of Henderson County, North Carolina. On June 11th, Crystal had a panel that addressed racial disparities that was successful. Crystal defines herself as a cultural trailblazer and desires to bring unity to her city. All right, so let's give it up for Crystal. Welcome. Bless us with your poem.
Shining like a star. Boy, you are my king. Yeah, I'm so proud to be your queen. You bring our dreams into reality. And now you are my shining star. Yes, you are.
Hello, my poem tonight is African Prayer, and this is my own poem. and it was inspired by my ancestors. God, I come to you in prayer asking what to do. My family is torn apart. My children are missing too. Jafari Amani Tamani, the beatings of my heart. The memories of what you gave me is all I have. Now I'm in a place that is a slave castle and it's a living hell. The loss of hope, death, and brokenness has a distinct smell. God, where will I go and what did I do? Why does this captive punishment feel as if it's from you? No, not the God, Ma'alua, I always pray to. I stared deeply at the slave catchers, fiercely into their eyes, the same faces I will remember for broken promises that were traded with our chiefs, all corrupt, misleading lies. We were lined up in shackles as generations cried. I watched them torture, beat, rape, and kill while my soul and future died. Rise, African spirits, rise. I am my ancestors that speak through me. Rise, African spirits, rise. God answered, my child, I formed you from the earth's most sacred soil, my richest and treasured creation, the African woman who is the mother of all nations. I am with you in the deepest pain and sorrow. I am with you today, and I will be with you tomorrow. I see how they destroyed the villages and built slave ships too. No weapon formed will prosper when evil is done to you. Never test me or question what you go through. I'm your creator and have plans designed just for you. The God of mercy and compassion for all of your pain. Even when I cry from heaven, my tears fall on you like rain. Man has done cruel acts by land and sea. When it comes to revenge, I plead to you, my child, leave that for me. Thank you.
Okay, so we are back for some more. All right, so this next poet needs no introduction. This next poet I'm about to announce, we go way back. All right, Brooklyn. Okay, so this next poet that's about to come up is Ras Osagyefo. He's a Jamaican-born poet. He's performed all over, from Africa to England. He is the author of a book of poems titled Psalms of Osagyefo. So look out for that book. Chanting Down Babylon. So Songs of Osagyefo, Chanting Down Babylon. He presently resides in Brooklyn, from where he watches the world as it goes around and cycles. Let's give it up for Brother Ras Osagyefo.
Yes, 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 yes. Why, Ben, you got me tonight. I guess that's why you should always be prepared, you know? Yes, so my name is Ras Osagyefo, like you say, and I came in. I didn't want to watch it on YouTube, but I say I want to be in the audience because some of my favorite poets is on the scene tonight. Like, I love myself, you know that one day. All right, so I'm going to carry on. Just dropped. That's a powerful poem, Crystal, you know, and the brother before, it's Arizona. Yeah, that's some beautiful stuff. So I'm going to carry on with what Crystal just, said. I can hear the words of the Rasta man sing, oh children, Babylon, your throne gone down, gone down. Babylon, your throne gone down. And the word of Rastafari came unto I and I, man, saying, son of man, right, I and I, a poem about the storms of life. I know you fight to stay afloat in it when the world around you was sinking in a sea of oppression. Tell I and I about the fountain of love that flows from the depths of your being when darkness overshadow your horizon. Tell I and I how you kill pain and sadness to stop them from polluting your joy. You know you cast out the burden of sorrow with fruits of laughter from the garden of your bliss. Tell I and I how you mend your broken heart with hope from a butterfly wings and how you dry your teardrops in the sunshine to prevent them from drowning your soul. Tell I and I about the glory of Jah, like you were talking about yourself. Show I and I the essence of beauty that can only be seen in the reflection of your eyes. Tell I and I how you search creation for truth and found out that you were a treasured secret and how you wrestle with the cosmic serpent of your mind all the way back to the wellspring of the divine. Tell I and I how you walk on the tightrope of life between good and evil and kept your balance with clandestine faith in this new age capitalistic whirlwind. Tell I and I how you dance with the devil without losing your groove and how you respect your brothers and your sisters, though you did not share their lifestyle, their politics, or their views. Tell I and I how you embrace demons to overcome your fears, sip holy communion with doubt, break bread with disbelief, lie like hell to gain access back into the Garden of Eden. Tell I and I how you swim upstream like a salmon to achieve your dreams, ignoring the voices telling you were going in the wrong direction. And now you cut a new path to the wilderness of life when you couldn't find one to fulfill your mortal destination. Tell I and I how you convert your ego into your religion. Walk 10,000 miles with a boy named Lucifer to save a fallen star from perdition. Tell I and I how you forgive Satan and free the seventh spirit of Adam and Eve from eternal damnation. Tell I and I how you befriend and made plan with death to sail you across the threshold of eternity to continue life ageless journey, and how you stood unafraid in the dark praying for the unborn that they will all make it back into the light of the celestial dawn. Tell I and I how you kept your sanity when your children forgot your name. And though you cry 40 days and 40 nights to wash away the stains of humanity when no one noticed the rainbow was painted on a psychedelic colored curtain to hide your soul and emotion. Tell I and I how you will inspire the leaves of mahogany and see the trees to shine. And teach them how to shapeshift into fireflies to illuminate the celestial paradise going blind. Son of man, tell I and I, man, something about life that have never been said, like how you have measured the moments of infinity with patience, entertained strangers like they were next of kin, put an end to galactic wars, signed everlasting peace treaty that has no beginning and no ending like yesterday and tomorrow. Tell I and I how you will seduce Buddha to enter nirvana, and how you will sip nectar from the Holy Grail with Jesus, laced with the erotic flames of ecstasy, and say sober, son of man. Tell I and I how you will rejuvenate this tired creation with your metaphors, how you will breathe new life into this alien world with your prose, how you will make this world dance again with your rhyme scheme. Right, I and I, a poem to resurrect the dead, give sight back to the blind, heal the cripple, set the captive free, make your words sing a bittersweet poetic melody, that even the angels of Mount Zion will once again be able to sing in harmony. I said, we're not knocking on heaven door. I said, we're not knocking on
Heaven door. Rastafari. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that poem there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was way up in the boondocks of Jersey one day and I was coming home and the thought came to my head, so write me a poem. And by the time I get back to Manhattan and jump on the train to get back to Brooklyn, I had a poem. The poem was written. And I read the first part of it and, you know, the ancestors were talking to me. And I remember getting out of my car and looking up into the heaven. And I say, I can't read this shit. This is too powerful. I talk to God like that. You gotta be real when you talk to God. Don't put your foot around God. Talk to God real. And so a voice just came back and said to me, my people need to hear it. Read it. You can take all the accolades, I don't need it, but read it for them. So I do that piece, you know, whenever the spirit move me. And Crystal, you brought that out. All right. So thanks again, Ben. You know, I'm gonna do a piece now that I know Ben would appreciate, and I hear, you know, a couple of reggae. I was in England and way up in this place known as, what do you call it, Wales. And it was on a Monday night. And I remember going to this club after our poetry session, and I never been to a club on a Monday night and find it packed. It was packed. And a young sister came over to me and said, you learn to dance. And I was never a dancer. But I get on the dance floor and I dance. I never see her again from that night. And I remember coming back to New York the same week, and I remember there was a place in New York known as Nels, and I went there. And Doughboy was on the 1 and 2. And I walked in and it was like he was playing reggae music for me. So I came by the time I came home, that poem was in my head. So here. You said, "We want to know who we and who give the authority. Because like ancient scribes and prophets will come away, slew them. But trapping humanity in the wicked and devilish democracy and for holding the world hostage with them divide and conquer foreign policy. So now because like Zen warrior, we are use the art of war in our music, our poetry fire, burn them fascist bureaucracy. Them are come write them anti-terrorism laws, trying to trap us in them prison industrial legal class, but I chew them no know say we are high priest from the orders of Melchizedek, and in the name of Jah, Rastafari, we come pull down this hypocritical satanic stronghold brick by brick. Because like the fireman say, this a Jaja city, Jaja town, but they want to turn it in a cowboy town. So if Rome and the papacy still want to know who we tell them, so we are soldier from Rasta army march with the Ethiopian World Federation towards Sheshemani. In a one love Rasta man vibration like the legendary Bob Marley, we don't have no fear for the atomic energy. Word, sound, and power is our sword and ammunition that we are used to fight. It's a mental and spiritual Armageddon, because Prince Emmanuel Brown don't tell us what it will take to have a revolution and warn us about the wolves and the leopard who are still trying to kill the sheep and the shepherd to keep us from reaching the promised land. But we must remember that it's written in the gospel according to Steele, Paulson, and Musa that it's a good to stay in a white man country too long, because Uncle Tom and Uncle Sam said them are the same man, still trying to hold us out here in captivity by the rivers of Babylon, where we can't sing Jaja song, but the one if it do it, one if it suffer like dog, and then it's that blood clot heat where it's 96 degrees in the shade, so hot and them still want if it work like slave. That is why Jaja send the singers and the players of instrument them as messenger to teach the youth about them roots and culture, to make them know so them don't have to be dread to be Rasta, but in order to enter Sheshemani, they have to come to the early morning gathering down by the river and wait for the spirit of the good Lord to pass over, so we can all be anointed like the mystic man Peter, who of him first tell we to light up the spliff, light up the chalice and go burn it in a Rome and Buckingham Palace. So now like Sizzler, we are taking a little further and make Elizabeth and the Pope know so them can't stop this one a bumper clot. Because of the imperial majesty, the prophetic rider who sit upon the white horse chanting that until the color of a man's skin is of no more significant than the color of his eyes, we have got to say, war. So who the cap fit, make them wear it. How the cap fit, make them wear it, because we're tired of talking blues, tired of seeing with people them getting used and abused. So I'm full time to listen to a man like Burning Spear who sing, I think we should live up in the hills. among the butterflies, the canaries, and the daffodils. And them man, they tell me about the days of slavery. And them man, they with the cultural Joseph will tell me about old Marcus Garvey. Well, Bobo 12 tribe and Naya Bingi, the name of the might and power, the Holy Trinity style, we come together as one family and rally round the red, the gold, the black, and green. So if Babylon still want to know who we, tell them so we are soldier from Rasta Army, march with the Ethiopian World Federation towards Sheshemani in a one love Rastaman vibration like the legendary Bob Marley, Bob Marley, Bob Marley, Bob Marley. Jah Rastafari. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to end it on this note. The picture behind me, that is Imperial Majesty. And you know, Rasta, them say Rasta crazy. Rasta believe that he's the one that the Bible talk about, the fulfillment that the government shall be on his shoulder. You know, so we all have to find our own part. You know, I love everyone in life. You know, if you have to bring yourself to a place where you can sit down and you can talk to the Muslim, you can talk to the Hebrew, you can talk to the Buddhist, you can talk to the Shinto, you can talk to the, you know, everybody without wanting to beat them over them head and tell them they're wrong. All right. So find your own part in life. All right. So His Majesty did this piece. He did a speech at the United Nations in 1963. Bob Marley took a part of it and wrote the song War. And so this is another part of this poem, of the speech that I took, and I molded it into a poem. All right. So again, thank you for being, you know, for inviting me on to be a part of this as a Ben. Yeah. This is on a high for me because I was in a Zoom chat Thursday evening with Sophia. Yes, Sophia from Push. She's 70 years old and she still can write. This woman is good, so blessings. I can hear the word of the Rastaman saying, Babylon, your throne gone down. Babylon, your throne gone down. The problems we face today are without precedent. They have no counterpart within the human experience. Men have been searching the pages of history for generation after generation, trying to find a solution, but have yet to come to a conclusion. So what then is our ultimate challenge? Where are we to look for our survival to escape this deadly pilgrimage? Where can we seek for answers to questions that have never been asked? To whom do we turn to lead us out of this darkness? First, we must look to the Most High God, Jah Almighty, who have raised us above the animals that have endowed us with intelligence and reason and ability. We must put our faith, our hope, and our trust in Him, so He will not desert us out here in this wilderness of pollution and sin, or permit mankind to destroy us whom He has created in His own image in the days of old. And then we must look deep within the depths of our souls, and we must become something that we have never been, something for which our education, environment, and experience have ill prepared us. We must become members of a new race, overcoming petty prejudice or in our allegiance, not just to nationality, but to our fellow man and woman within the human community. I say, can you hear the voice of Rastafari calling, saying, my children, my children, my children, my children, until the philosophy of a man's skin is of no more significant than the color of his eyes. We have got to say, war. We have got to say war. We have got to say war. Blessing, blessing, blessing. Thanks. Yeah, read my poem.
Hey, war. I. That was amazing. Let's give it up one more time for Ras Osagyefo. Awesome. All right now. So
you're up next, Queen.
I guess I'm up next.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Say hey to Moms. I see her in the back there.
Yep. Mom is here. How are you?
Yeah, shout out to Brother Ras for that fire set. Always look a shot with the powerful poetry. Alrighty, Ms. Divine is a poet born and raised in Brooklyn. Her passion for writing and her voice on the stage makes her larger than life. She has performed in numerous places, the New Rican Poets Cafe, Bush Baby, the African Poetry Theater, HBO, the Apollo Theater, BET, and has also been featured on many radio stations. This Black Wax recording artist brings love, life, culture, and song into every word of her poetry. Latisha, it's on you, Queen.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So,
Yeah, he drunk.
Get money. Get money. Get money.
Come on.
Get money. Can't turn me away. Get money. I believe in your heart. I always want to stay. Can't turn me away. Get money. I believe in your heart. I always want to stay. I like to your honey. I just want your money. Hi, I'm Sunny Bunny. Don't run from me trying to get away. Just say, okay. 'Cause money, I want you back. La 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 la. I look like a model. I'll do what I gotta do. Stay in the running.
all right. So I guess it's my turn. So this first piece I'm about to do is called Black Poet Matters, because tonight, that's what tonight's about. Black Poet Matters. For everything, there is a time. There's a time to write and recite dope rhymes. Black Poet Matters. You better believe that. Let me break it down for you as a matter of fact. There's a time to fight and a time to wrong rights, especially when the spark ignites. Black Poet Matters, no doubt they matter. Words provoke power, not mindless chitter chatter. Black Poet Matters. It's time to consider that we all came together with some words to deliver. It's Black Poet Matters. Black Poet Matters. Because Black poets matter. Thank you. This next piece, thank you. This next piece I'm about to do is called Love is the Most Beautiful Thing. And I just wanted to share this piece because I just think that we need more love in this world. So love is the most beautiful thing. Love is the most beautiful thing. We walk together hand in hand. We say nothing. We say everything. See, our love is a song, lyrical, a blessed miracle. Our love is going to last forever. You crown me with roses. Like a genie, you fulfill my wishes with hugs and kisses. No doubt, love is a mystery. I delight in our history. I call you boo, babe, sweetie pie, teddy bear, sugar plum. Yes, love is a beautiful thing. Raise your hand if you've been in love before. Let me see a thumbs up. All right, thank you. Thank you. All right, so this next piece is kind of special to me because it's about a friend that was very dear to me, and this is still Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so I wrote this in honor of her. and it's called Fire in the Sky. There's a fire in the sky, and I don't know why. Heaven has found an angel. Love is endless. Its power knows no bounds. We will always love her. Hold on to the memories of a woman strong and free. Her beauty was not just in her appearance, but with her wisdom. Her advice was priceless, shining and victorious like a medal. Her diligence was magnificence, always caring for others, shifts of kindness and respect, never afraid to call you out and correct, enough respect for her decency and great intellect. She was a leader and she stood up for what was right. She loved strong and never gave up the fight. There's a fire in the sky. I can hear crackling in the wind, feel a stillness in the water. Heaven has found an angel. So blessed to have had her in my life. Love lasts forever. And we will always love her. Thank you. So this next piece I'm about to do, it's a response poem in response to another poem called The Sick Rose. And this one I call Oh Rose. It's entitled, Oh Rose, You Are Sick. Oh Rose, you are sick. There are invisible forces casting shadows in the darkness around you, surrounding you like a venomous snake, planting its kiss until disease grows in you, poking at you like thorns. Oh Rose, they say ignorance is bliss, but ignorance can kill like a disease-infested rat, ravaging the last piece of bread, an invisible worm losing itself inside your soul. You have found solace in his dark love, falling again into his inescapable bed of death and despair. Thank you. So this next piece is called An Ode to My Womb. So women, grab a hold of your wombs, and men, get in touch with your feminine. This old womb, she sheds blood. If you diss her, your name is mud with a This old womb is where you're from. My womb is shedding, and I commend thee, amend thee, womb. Your mind, my womb is shedding, spreading, changing. My womb is shedding, spreading, changing. My womb is shedding, spreading, changing, changing the order of the universe. And she's not scary. Please don't fear the Harry Mary, full of space, grace. Come one with your feminine men, because you can be feminine and masculine at the same time. The fact is, I'm yours in your mind. So don't diss me when my uterus busts and bloody waterfalls. Yes, nature calls me and you. I'm just cleansing the power you and I possess. Supreme goddess is I. Watch my uterus spread and fly. Watch me fly. Because I am you and you are I am uterus. You enter us. Yes, you are us coming from the divine uterus. So what if I may be oversensitive? So what if this period makes me oversensitive? Just remember that the love I give is divine. Divine body, divine mind. Arm, leg, arm, head, mind. But it's not just about me. There are many systems in a galaxy, in a university, in a universe. Circulate this system digestive system, nervous system, reproductive system. Listen to the blood flow till you can hear your mama. Listen to her go. Watch how she goes. There are many systems. Souls are systems. Yes, souls are systems. So watch me glisten. Still pissing blood. If you make me angry, your name is my home is singing, ringing. Must be that angel phone. Reminds me that every time her wings spreads and she sheds, I can conceive the next Messiah. And angels are no liars. Ask Harry Mary full of space. Divine is with you. Blessed are you among living, and blessed are your fruits. Blessed women parading in their birthday suits with stretch marks of spot. Shake all that you got, though you may not feel so hot. My womb is my friend to the end, so she can be my man. She's my friend. There is life in the womb, man, and I'll say it again. There is life in the womb, man. Mammary glands expand to nourish you with my built knowledge. Don't let me have to take y'all to Moon College. My moon is shedding in the sky across the galaxy. Leo is my Mercury, sign is fire. Let's cleanse ourselves and give birth to Messiah. All praise to the Most High. And by the way that I mentioned, thanks again for making the womb. Thanks again for making the womb. Thanks again for making your womb. Man. Ashe, thank you. So, this next piece I'm going to do is called I Move Ideas. Stop, have no fear. I move ideas. Stop, have no fear. God moves ideas. Stop, have no fear. Christ moves ideas. Stop, have no fear. I move ideas. Head tap, God blessed energies manifest in me. I move ideas with telepathy. So people call me divine. Break from the vine of the Most High. No lie. There is life way before y'all flesh. Keep this being with consciousness. But I call it new breath. Free from the shell which it was once trapped. Those taking naps will get slapped if trapped in their dream reality. You wear glasses, but you still can't see. The solar systems in this galaxy makes this cosmic body free from one same reality. I move ideas with telepathy. Don't stop it. Queen at birth. My king crowned me and called me his birth. His axes be tilted me. So many be jilting me because they don't understand me. Like fire, I burn. As I turn, concern myself if there's a peace. Fell deep with evil plan, trapped by the man. What they need is understanding history. Life's not a mystery. And there was civilization way before slavery. And these words that God gave to me was not written in vain or to cause any pain, but to stain the oppressor that put us in chains. I move ideas with telepathy. Had no police officer beat me who I bleed. Cause I'm from the intergalactic army, son. Gonna shoot them with my gun. Some people call our species endangered, but we ain't no stranger to nature. Cause my arms are my branches and my locks are my leaves. As many eggs leaves my ovaries. I'm playing drums in the galaxy. Drums in the galaxy, drums in the galaxy. Can you hear the rhythm, G? I'm playing drums in the galaxy. Mere mortals can't stop me, B. I move ideas with the level. Stop. I can do all these things by myself. Imagine what we could all do together. Have no fear. I move ideas. Thank you very much. Ashe, peace. And before we go, I just wanted to introduce my mother, who is also my drummer. So say hello, Mama. Hi, how's everybody? Okay.
Hey, Mom, I'm saying it for everybody. Hey, hey.
All right. So thank you guys and have a wonderful night. All right, so I want to thank everybody for um, having me. So the next poet that I'm about to announce is another Brooklyn poet who definitely does not need any introduction, none other than the Shareef Ali. So let me tell you something about Shareef Ali. He is a Brooklyn-bred poet with Guyanese roots. Whether in a cipher or on a slam team, Shareef's breathtaking wordplay and colorful metaphors separate him from the crowd. His book, Ghetto Spider, and his music, Walking Atoms, are a taste of his artistry. So, guys, let's just put it together for Mr. Shareef Ali.
Yeah. One for all is all for one. I hear the beat of swinging note as if my name was David Ruffin. Quick to toast an MC just like an English muffin. Don't worry about a thing because the fool was never bluffing. I get headaches from the whack. So then I take a buffin' and I max. I wait until the opportune time and then I tax. But should I max? Now they say sinning is for sinners, so I guess I'm not a sinner. Beginners for beginners, so I guess I'm no beginner. This is how I spark it. Put money in my pocket. When it comes to having pleasure, I get hard as a rocket. MC Grand Pool coming through all the residue. The songs remain classics dating back to the Babalu. My boys, I call them op. The phone's out of them jockin'. I can think of many episodes I swung in Lincoln Park. No, I'm not a phony and I got a tenderoni. Love the way she is, not too fat, not too bony. Don't drink, shake, I won't sink like a tanker. Knock the boots off a certain Casablanca and I thank her. Some rappers stink like Engelbert Humperdinck. Better yet, Dick Cavett. I got a bad habit similar to the girl when she's got a habit. I think with the brain and I wish behind the zipper. I'm living kinda good, similar to Jack Tripper. A landlord named Roper did a show at the Copper.
Peace, fam. So let's get right to it. This I dedicate to phony MCs, whack poets, and assholes. Gunshots, cum shots, and Donnie Brasco's. As I aim precisely, open mics might be. Hot spots and trench coats. Oshkosh, hogwash, pig feet, trench town, curry goat in the yoke. I pinch folks. Wake up and upwake. Sleepwalk, a daybreak. There's a God in the solar plex. So I write like Fallujah, Fatima, Felicia, Mother Teresa, and Sadat X. I'm like Curtis Mayfield, plug into your libido. Perform a lobotomy on the chicken, sipping my water halal, plucking meditation, bala, poets off the mic list. Open mic, this, cough deep, breathe easy, swallow like God's in your throat. I've been freestyling since sand palms, brass feet, woolly hair, and slave boats. My book of my reads like slave notes on your navigation screen, from screen doors to kitchen floors, your hardwood, Hollywood, with Jay-Z in your oak wood. You're no good, you're dead wrong, you're dead wood, but you're so hood. You bling like Christmas in Ditmas Projects 37. Your object is still objects. Look, I can't knock it. We all want to profit a portion, but come on, B. 15 kids and 43 abortions? Not for me. Keep doing what you do when a hold-me-down killer. Rather write like Killer Priest, soundboard killer, killing the wildebeest, murdering Willa B, taming the inner beast. Eating Southern cooking, fried rice and chicken grease, but I changed my diet and you should try it. Now the air is thinner and my skin is clearer, and the air is thinner. So what's for dinner? Is that carbon atom, black woman chain reaction. Is the carbon atom, black woman chain reaction. Check it. I'm pro-action. I'm proactive. I'm not proactive, but I'm active like pros. And I'm acting like a pro with a flow in my pro, with a pimp in my perm. I'm a pimp this bitch. I'm the big worm, so act like you know. Act like Reagan. Act like Hoover. Act like Teddy. Act like George Washington was your first American president. Then act like Denzel should have been won an Oscar for Soldier Story. Actors are good, forgot who sold the story and told the story. In Genesis, John, Leviticus, Acts 1 and 2. This is scene 2. Jesus can't save you because we're tired of your act. When we tired of your ass, you take it up the ass, you take it in and out. When you're amongst kings and queens, keep the slave master out your mouth. It's dedicated to all the fake revolutionary poets out there. You can take that one. They call me Mr. Anorexic, Boombonic Plague Flow, Bionic, Symphonic, Mantronic Halo. Stay low. In comes the bass kick. I don't spit. I mutate light in an organic mothership's cockpit. Shine like an aurora. Shell toes or Deodora's homie. I'm so Sankofa. Carbon atoms in a good sofa. Mr. Poet, you so spectacular. However, I'm perpendicular. The Dead Sea Scrolls and book rot can't touch my intellectual pen flow. Solar power pig snot. Let's go. Ak is the cheetah, Peter leader eater. Microphone wife beater. War dog pumpkin eater. Eat her kitty, Frankenberry. Blueberries a Burberry. Finger pop it. Don't stop it. Left the kitty, black and blue like Rihanna's eye socket. Now back to the program. I'm like Rohan, Tupac, Deepak, and Conan. I'm an old man with a young flow and a young soul. So son, let's go. Get the MCs you want to bring on. I feel like a Klingon. The egg stick, spit shit like yuck, stuck in my bootstrap. Return to the sleep stack. Homie, go on and keep that. Put it in your rhyme book. I got rhyme hooks. Mine look like digital sex and analog. Bone and whack poets and MCs since Aquaman and leotards. This is all day, all man, no clay, no play, always tongue play. Some say, sun say, can bring out the sun's rays. Don't play, pal. Look, no style freeze, strictly PayPal. Me with a tricolor dyke who likes my gazoon tyke. Feel like a wildebeest, ain't that creamy sheet spot come release. You feel me? Probably not. My intellectual pen flow, solar power, pig snot. The Holy Ghost get got. You mess around and get got. You mess around and get popped. You mess around and get shot. Cause I am legend. All right, I'll stop here. Yeah, I do this one. Yeah. So that was a request from Osagyefo. I just gave you the title of these poems. So the first one was called Hurting. That second piece was called Intellectual Pen Flow, Solar Power, Pig Snot. And this piece, this is a combo piece right here. It goes like this. Some say the tongue play could bring out the sun's rays. And my mind goes as time goes. Some say the tongue play could bring out the sun's rays, and what some say and what some say, let them say what they say. Because I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. And some say the tongue play could bring out the sun's rays. And my mind goes as time goes, pulling at the earth's midsection. My brain's like a C-section. Dropping birth after birth. I dropped the after birth, the birth. 9 months, hot water in the midwife. I'm from a hood life. I lead a good life. I was born in a blur, raised with frankincense, curry goat, and myrrh. I got a thing for her, but not him. The son of Enoch, studying Shems, put the phlegm, rim without the reaper, the tongue speaker, bleeper. Don't need curse words to bring you under. The verbal boy wonder with that verbal plasma, with that ill skill when I spill that. When I drop that, like smart bombs and fart bombs, the art bombs is craft. I build with this math. I'm ill with this math, like trick a nigga on my tree. Metaphor, mechanics, black woman, ceramics, even the sex is organic. I don't burn out, I turn out. Def Jam poets and MCs hiding in secret windows. On my stars, Johnny Depp, as you slept on American pirates in the Caribbeans and the Middle East as they feast on your votes without ransom notes. It must have been the murder I vote that got my brain tapped, my phone tapped. I don't tap out, I quantum reach. each teach DNA. I preach DNA in USA must got me twisted. So I stay lifted like mental stamina. Freestyle like a janitor. I write like a jazz singer. And my words will touch you. And my soul will touch you. While you're fake like a black album from Aston Kutcher in an Aston Martin. I never asked for pardon. I never asked to be here. I'm like Killer Miller in a tenement square, studying the square roots of an obtuse truth. It must have been the murder I wrote that got my brain tapped. My phone tap, I don't tap out, I quantum reach, each teach DNA, I preach DNA, somehow in some way, speaking spoken word over slang, I hang like Negroes who jump shots, the gun cocks heavy, the mind is heavy, the soul is light, hold this mic, it tastes like 3 strikes to a porno chick, I come robbing thick when I proton electron, transform stiff, and the concrete jungle is a pillow on the mattress, and I'm a paranoid scuba diver swimming the abyss of a intoxicated black Jesus, maneuvering past these half-assed poetic revolutionaries, but through the whimsical eye of a raindrop, witness a black safe before we reverse discrimination on a transparent nation who sees colors through the shades of white lies and stolen philosophies. Feel the madness of a Guyanese sun god who's but one generation removed from slavery, which makes me realize that I'm not a god but a man who doesn't live but exists in a pre-written script where I'm a scavenger scavenging for vouchers with African creatures like my woman. I sleep with dictionaries fixated in brain cells, turning off phone cells cause they're ringing off toll-free shots from local cops. I'm a rim shot of broken words, dribbled in verbiage, trapped in wordage, submerged into urge, merge into ages of words that become ages, resubmerge in words with pictures of mimicry. I dance with your poetry, I study physique, I mix your technique with my oblique, compact my complete to completely compact with poetic techniques. Don't with me, I'm the just have to deal with the thought that made thought think twice and twice the thought of what you're thinking. Don't ever think I'm thoughtless. I'm a poet's poet, trapped between the crescent moon and my mother's womb, jumping double dust with umbilical cords, giving birth to crippled pictures with paint brushes, painting crippled minds with encrypted visions of black redemption. Let's redeem your blackness, let's decrypt your vision so you can see my thoughts in 2020 encryption. All right, so this last piece is it goes like this. It's called Afrocentric Hoes. I know more chicks with dreads that give better head than chicks with perms. They burn just the same. When we learn that consciousness is just a name. They got names like Assad and Ma'at and Muhammad. It's like the life out of a comic. Laid back for a Maybach. Maytag incense and backpacks. Oh no, did he say that? Believe that, believe that. So grassroots, she don't strap up. 2 girls in a cup, recite the Quran, and you too can fill them up. She robbed Peter to pay Paul, mess around and give a hand job to all of y'all can get it. Get it? It's the knock knock and will knock metaphysical hip hop. Transform sound waves to ancient bebop. She not earth, moon, or daughter. So raw food and vegan, even thieving kings to her coochie smell like broccoli water. You oughta be ashamed of your name tag. Moshood ain't no wash drag, dad. Watch post, meditate beyond spiritual, far from super nat. Urban super thugs trapped in physical acts. Brownstone ain't your home. Stop shaking your ass like that. This is your intro into etheric realms, returning the goddess back to the helm. You, unaware of a universe inside a universe, unaware of a universe inside a universe, unaware of a universe inside a universe. You and I be verse 3 first. YHWH can't rehearse, but melanite outburst. You and I be DNA. You XX me, YX chromosome in no zone, in bottomless ozone with no tone, eating male snail bones, waiting on snail mail ringtones. Frequency subatomic, make you spit and vomit, fade back to black, back to cocoon womb of homegrown melanome, kicking for 9 months. Out comes my hella dome. Returning the queen back to her home. These Afrocentric hoes and the Afrocentric clothes. Only thing Afrocentric knows are Afrocentric flows, but that's not how Afrocentricity goes. I know more chicks with dreads that give better head than chicks with perms. They burn just the same. When we learn that consciousness is just a name. Shareef, I'm done.
One for all.
Okay, that was amazing. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. Let's give it up again for brother Shareef Ali. Yes. So next we have Brother Benjamin. He's going to do a musical set for us.
Yeah, Brother Benjamin, get down, get down. Poets, relax and have fun.
He's so nice. Thank you. Yes, let's bring it on, Benjamin.
I'm your queen, you're the king beside of me. You're my strength, you are here to guide me. Wanna be your warrior, break down every barrier with my love as my weapon. I can walk the world without a fear. I can hold my head high without a care. And I can fight the world, every grudge for one, everybody mine, girl. With your love as my weapon. Oh, 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 them can't stop the way I feel for you. My love has no boundary. Them can't bullet the way me feel. I fight for you and you fight for me. Them can't stop the way them wish and them hope and them fight and them pray. Them can't stop this warrior love. Living in a house with a bed and a broke down fridge. I was there, I me cook the cabbage. When things seem to go from bad to worse, a kiss from your lips seemed to break the curse. Now that we live in glorious, there's no way I forget when it was just you and I, trying hard to get by. Behind every strong man there is a good woman. That's who I live to be. You seem to be pleased with who I am, cause you're the strongest man I've ever seen. I'm a whole lot of woman, full of everything and love is worth. For you to have me on your mind always, you must be carrying the weight of the earth.
And the weak, and don't despise the bold. Respect yourself for sure. And shall we open all the doors, I will take a score. And the weak, and don't despise the bold. Respect yourself for sure. And shall we open all the doors. Always remember to be faithful. When God bless you in that life, you be grateful. And never diss the man will make you playful. But this loyalty are ungrateful. Get so you may tell you to be careful. Anytime you give, just give cheerful. Babylon no love to see your air wool. Some me burn the werewolf. And don't despise the poor. Respect yourself for sure. And shall we open all the doors, and you will take the scores. And the weak. And don't despise the poor. Respect yourself for sure. And shall we open all the doors.
From the top, drop. And it's a protege, hey, hey. Chronics are where you stay, hey, hey. Okay.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I just go where the trade wind blows, sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. Jah provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Release, wait, hey.
When me see Jah, me see a way. Drastically straight from hypocrisy, I say, hey. Every man to them own a philosophy. I live the proper way and then me read a chapter daily. Man, they in a city hungry and no eat. And food they down a country, not a drop off and it treat them. You see, say poverty no real then, is what the reason revealing.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
and we ignore the signs. Things we say and do, they are appalling. But we get so amused every time. Now I'm not trying to preach to you, but it's a fact we ignore the truth. Getting dragged around where our roots. Do you see how we're falling? The other day you were rocking from Sunday to Sunday. Look now, I miss how we mood, but just how I kind of move, gonna make we rock and move. Look now, I miss how we mood, but just how I can go through, gonna make we rock and groove. Them say, oh yes I show off, oh yes I hype. Do you have little happiness in all your life? Now you used to suffer in a day, whole night. Oh, some of must suffer for the rest of my life. Show up, make sure you grow up. Live a good life, that's if you keep up. I'm good some days, I'ma lay back. Me see the trouble, me I leave that. Inna me shoes and my tank top, yeah. Inna me jeans we cut off from my foot. Inna my shoes with some bright color socks. Time out, but me nah go wear no flip flop. When you speak to me, I hear a song. Every word you say feels like a part. I will take you with me everywhere. Listen to you every day. Oh, oh, my sweet inspiration. When I feel like I can't do what I'm supposed to, and I can't even pick myself up out of bed. You come around with so much energy, fill me with such melodies. Whoa, oh, my sweet motivation, yes. When you speak to me, I hear a song. Oh, every word you say feels like a poem. Now I remember all the times you wrote me. I wish I could return to sender. Your tide tosses and turn me, there ain't no splendor. Now I'm riding this wave with you. All my girlfriends, they disapprove, but you are. You're my peace of mind. Mine, mine, oh, all mine. But they criticize. Why? Ooh, I see them coming after my soul. Yeah. La da 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 da. I see them coming after my soul, wanting to take control. Wanna give me laughs, wanna give me bling, wanna give me all the material things. I hear them talking about what the world has to offer. Girl, what you doing, don't you see what they have done to Bedouin and Marcus, Jesus and all of the prophets? But I'm not afraid, no, no, I'm not afraid.
The plain land, 100 pound of Cauley, that where they get it from. The plain land, it's the plain land. Struggle up myself with taking interrogation. The plain land, yes the plain land. Make up my mind to face the immigration. The plain land, it's the plain land. Struggle up myself with taking interrogation. Search them, I search for Taliban. Searching mass destruction. Dash me toothpaste, dash me stimulant. Hold of the ball and dash medication. Draw up my belt, left my pants in my hand. Scan all me eye, ask me where me come from. Take off my shoes, them and say take off your tam. If them ever find a way to sleep, you gone another land. The plain land, yes the plain land. 100 pound of Cauley, tell me where they get it from. The plain land, yes the plain land. Saddle up myself with take interrogation. The plain land, yes the plain land. Make up my mind to face the immigration. The plain land, yes the plain land. Saddle up myself with take interrogation. talking about this ghetto girl. No matter objection, she's simple. Not because she's smart, you see, you're into that she's ghetto girl. No matter objection, she's soft. Right now, mood I take her autograph, you know this ghetto girl. No matter objection, she's simple. Not because she's smart, you see, you're dimple, you're this ghetto girl. No matter objection, she's soft. Right now, mood I take her autograph. She only need a break in life, so you can see what she can do. She's conscious and polite, and ambitious too. She's so decent, she's so quiet. She only wants someone to keep her warm. And she's a warrior, she's a champion. Just give her a chance and see what she can do. This little ghetto girl. No matter objection, she's simple. Not because she's mad, you see the dimple, you're this ghetto girl. No matter objection, she's soft. Right now, mood I take her.
To see my people living in love, I hate to see them fighting and swimming in blood. Enough neglect the farming, scarring in the mud. Yet they wanna be the first to read the food as it bought. Oh, them fill the earth with peas and church and whorehouse. Love the rum bar, yet them eat the pure house. Them take the microchip and override the poor out. Less food, more drought and more mouth. Oh, Rasta tell them all the while, stop war and go till the soil. Stop fighting for land and all. Feel the coil, so many go defile. Slave master spit in them face, them take that with a smile. The banks of the Nile, so mild and so fertile. Acres more than a zillion mile. People acting vile, pick up cannibal style. One devour mama, papa and child. Oh, so life seed and let it bust her. Them said them think they take too long to grow and start to cuss her. I couldn't trust them when those as a white trust her. Such is life, them say I just heard.
I've got a call today, knowing that this girl will come my way today. All my life I hope and pray for just one night with you, oh girl. You know the deal, you know I'm for real.
Who do you think of?
Rise and never fall. Tell us what they gonna do when none for them to do. Say what they gonna do. Who do you think you are? We're living in a small world. As wicked as you think you are, we're living in a small world. As bad as you think you are, we're living in a small world. As tough as you think you are, we're living in a that one your name. Alright, that day will come when I stand and see all those wicked men in the fire getting burned. That day will come when they will try to escape and there will be nowhere to run. That day will come when I shall see their hands in the guns and bayonets and bullets and guns. That day will come when Emperor Selassie shall rise the whole of the ghetto youth them from out of Islam, yeah.
Yo, good over evil, me tell them say a life over death. Man of right, me tell them say a giant flesh. Black people, Babylon no do not feel left. Them talk you up the whole of them a fret. I swear, that I will never switch. I swear, I keep on give you songs like this. I swear, that I will never itch to defend poor people when I'm a greatest rich.
You keep me calm, you make me smarter. Burning on the highway, it's the highest grade, gets into my head. Marijuana upon me calm, you keep me calm, you make me smarter. Burning on the highway, it's the highest grade, gets into my head. At times I bake it, sometimes I'll steam it. I give it to some of my brethren and my Christian people. It's the king of the forest, Babylon, they don't like it. They chop it up, they heap it up, and then they destroy it. You see, they stick you up, they lock you up, they take it for a crime. When it's the healing of the nation, bet you never know. The healing of the nation.
pressures of your life and it tough. No stay down, mama, time pick it up. No bother with the down, full style, strictly up, full vibes. I pick it up when the bills, them, the rent and the mortgage due. Yeah, yeah. When me chalice, when your best friends are gone and it's only you. Yeah, like up a split, turn up the music. Skanking sweet, everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah, yeah. Skanking sweet, everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah, yeah. Skanking.
Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. Who you are go blame it on when it's a next man? You are the pen pan. Well, you wrong. Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. I've seen you on a song, can't compete with Cauley's John. I was looking a start, just a little ease off. No one would help me push that old and can't. Them a laugh, never take me serious. So many goals and tasks, as patrols I pass every day. My Lord, I have to pray on my way. Them never realize it a little corporation. We coulda unify, relieve the frustration. Instead them want to ride up on them brother back. No tears, no cares. If him evil did stop our job. Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. Who you are go blame it on when he's a next man? You are the pen pan. Well, you wrong. Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. You happy sing your own a song, can't compete with Cauley's John. I feel pleased.
Some great men who've been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who've been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who've been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who've been fighting for our rights. Recall them. Recall them. Let's recall some great men who've been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who've been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who've been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who've been fighting for our rights. Recall Balbo. Feel a little seagull. Feel a little seagull on a marble stand, trying to find the ocean. By the sea, ain't nowhere to run to. There ain't nothing there for free. The copper on the corner, bleeding for a drink, yeah. So early in the morning, stop me fighting. Don't disturb me when I'm sleeping. Stop me fighting. So early in the morning, stop me fighting. Don't disturb me when I'm sleeping. Give you all my money and still you cry. Tell you that I love you, say I lie. Pouring out my heart, you say I don't even try. What I need to know is just the reason why. Tell me why. Whoa, tell me why. Stop me fighting. So early in the morning. Stop me fighting. Don't disturb me when I'm sleeping. Stop me fighting. So early in the morning. Stop me fighting. Don't disturb me when I'm sleeping.
All right, brother Benyamin. Beautiful set, brother. I see brother Ras Osagyefo over there getting his jam on, no doubt, no doubt. We are back. Yeah, you can't beat them Caribbean sounds, man. That's heart music. That's love music. Get your boogie on music. Benyamin on the ones and twos, and when he's on the ones and twos, you'll never have your blues. All right, y'all, I'm just vibing, feeling the sounds, positive vibrations. Start out with the second set, man, soon. Got another fiery set for you. Want to thank my co-host, Latisha, Divine, Stewart. She's still in the building. Her mom's is in the building. Yeah, we just vibing, y'all. Vibing. Latisha told mom she's gonna have to join the lineup as an official member of the Black Poet Matters.
That's right, Ma. You're gonna have your own drumming set. you ready to join, Ma? Join.
That would be dope, though. We got to find a way to figure that in, put that in there.
You hear that, Mama? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all, welcome back. Appreciate y'all tuning in and staying with us. Black Poet Matters, number 4. I'm your host for this last segment, last session. We got some more fiery poetry coming on your way. I want to say, yeah, thanks again, Benjamin, for that set, and you're going to be back up later, so we're going to get you back in, bro. So first up for this set is Sister Econzi Aminata Musa, who's a mother poet who works avidly in the community, assisting with resources, skills, and employment. She started putting her matters to paper over 25 years ago and watched her writing grow like blooms in pen. In 2010, Econzi was a featured artist in Rhythm and Rhymes, Fresno, California. Born in Fresno, California, she is a longtime resident of Oakland, California. After an extensive break, she's returning to the scene without apology. Sister Econzi, the mic's yours.
We never bow. No, not the dreadlocks. I wake up in the morning and I flash my natty dead, yeah. Not the dreadlocks. Give praises to the Most High, Jah Jah. Then the whole are fresh, ready for the worldwide pressure. It's a heavy like a lead. I
Thank you so much for your time. My name is Econzi, Musa, and I'll be sharing some of my matters, my Black poet matters. This had to be. This had to be is my response to how could this be? From the first time we versed to the first that we held eyes, this divine kind of love was one without disguise. This had to be a golden chapter in the master script, uniting twin souls towards the destiny that was meant. This had to be our heartaches, tribulations, and pain are not in vain. We had to survive refinement in the fire for our love to truly gain. This had to be I for you and you for me. Two hearts becoming saturated in sweet unity. The puzzle is now complete. Now the analysis of the combination begins. The picture that is revealed shows that our capacity of love has no end. So this day and time has brought an enormous amount of emotion, so you're going to hear them in my pieces tonight. This one is for my queen mother. Her birthday was October 19th. And so this is titled Queen Mother. I hope you're watching right now. Wife, mother, daughter, sister, and friend. Artist personified with a steady hand. Seamstress, master chef, and poet supreme. The blessings you have, only a sister could dream. I am ever so grateful for the woman of God you are. I'm cherishing the light in you that can be seen from afar. You raised 5 children to praise God and give help to those in need, to maintain our humility, even when we succeed. Thank you. Thank you, thank you for never playing us against each other. You drove in the point. We are the keepers of our sister and our brother. I am the youngest and vividly remember you led us in home Bible study, baking contests, soul train lines in the living room to see whose moves were the best. Friday night dinners over at grandma's place. Your lemon meringue, sweet potato, and pecan pies, everybody wanted to taste. Water balloon fights on triple-digit days, you would start and end. We all know who seriously plays. I'm glad you showed your daughters how to walk with some class. That vulgar is not sexy, exposing your jewels to the mass. You practiced well before we even left the nest. To follow God, live clean, and do our best. Domestic violence, you educated us on. When love and respect end, that's the cue to be gone. Thank you for your patience with me throughout the many years. Nothing beats the warmth of a mother's prayer after I've talked through my tears. You praise Yah without any apology, whether a song or dance, it's gonna be. Even your name, Joyce, defines you to a T. A happy, joyful disposition is totally your personality. You are the epitome of a superwoman. Yah's ingredients created a masterpiece. The outcome was you leading a home full of joy and peace. Toda Mom, Toda Queen Mother. Big shoes to fill, big shoes to fill. So this one is titled My Booth. It's something that I wrote around the time of our holy day Sukkot. As I sit in my booth, my mind was at peace. Reflection on shelter in a desert, provisions that didn't cease. Food, clothing, and shelter in a dry place. When we called on Yah's name, he showed us sufficiency and grace. When we complained, instead of giving thanks for all that you do, our circumstance that we griped about was allowed to continue. Remember, the details are a part of the process. Knowing that our Creator is orchestrating it all, put your mind to rest. As life may feel isolated, bare as the desert and new, don't repeat the sin of overlooking all of the blessings in the midst of you. We've gone far and still have far to go as a nation. As my sister Tracy says, isolation is preparation for our destination. Thanks. Self-glorifying. This has been something therapeutic for me. Self-reflection is everything. So this one is entitled Self-Glorifying. When the spirit of Yah is in you and you profess your joy and your delight, how can it be shown to the world where they know the source of your might? Do you walk proud and haughty? Hold back your smiles and kindness? Decide who you want to ignore or bless. Store up the knowledge you were given like an inflated balloon. We all know that what goes up must very well come down soon. What good is a light if it is buried within a bushel? That's like settling to be a stone over a missile. How are we making an impact in this world? Smothering who we are, a silent but deadly swirl. This nation needs healing. This nation needs love, not smug-faced saints piled on soapboxes above. Make love and forgiveness more than just the notion. Forgiveness and mercy heal so deeply. Yah's putting all of this in motion. A self-righteous heart may boast in vain, especially if his thoughts and actions of egotistical pride remains. Humility goes a long, long way. You do not want to test Yahweh's patience any day. The rug can be pulled, light blown right out. It's always best to listen before your parents have to shout. Show love, show kindness, soften your screw face, relax. Everything has its time and place. It's one thing to teach it, it's another thing to execute it. A fake heart gets weeded out, straight up excluded. I'm a work in progress, speaking on what I know to be true. The light of Yah will shine more clearly through you. More clearly through you when you cleanse your vessel of self-glorifying residue. And my final piece is a culmination of what I've been feeling over and over and over again when I watch the news, when I read the news, when I talk to family nationwide. It's called This Here Is Bait. Another life taken, another body brutalized, another community traumatized with the repetition of hate, a war you want, because this here is bait. Yah created in me a spirit of love and peace, but don't let it get you fooled. He also created my machete and a load of other tools. Our forgiving nature has made folks get comfortable taking us out. Kindness taken for granted, our strength left in doubt. Don't let your assumptions sign a check your behind can't cash. Run up on the wrong brother or sister, they gonna check your. Run, go tell that to your little crew. You come for us, we coming for you. We close our hand and make a fist. We don't turn our cheek to wickedness in this here midst. A blessed, peaceful, chosen people we are. But the brutality against my people has gone too dang far. Hey, We've tried several routes to attain our peace. Fam, we got to fight to the very end and pray without cease. Thank you for your time. Bassment.
Natty dreadlocks. Settle the score down easy. Settle the score down easy. Oh, with locks and catchy. I tell you, did my duchy.
All right, Sister Econzi, let's give it up, y'all, for Sister Econzi with that fire set, full of mad wisdom, mad education, mad information. Appreciate that, Queen. It's always good to hear you, always good to see you. Up next, I'm gonna bring up one of the latest additions to the Black Poet Matters family. Glad to welcome Brother Ras YaYah. YaYah was born and raised in St. Lucia. He first published his poem Today in With Hearts Ablaze, the International Library of Poetry in 2000. He was featured in a documentary called Job Site with the IBEW Local 3. Since then, he has performed at many venues around New York City and St. Lucia. Brother Ras YaYah, the mic is yours.
Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. They got so much things to say right now. They got so much things to say. They got so much things to say right now. They got so much things to say. Hey, but I'll never forget no way. They crucified Jesus Christ. I'll never forget no way. They sold Marcus Garvey for rights. I'll never forget no way. They turned their back on Paul Bogle. Hey, hey, so don't you forget who you are and where you stand in the struggle. They got so very, 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 so very.
Greetings, my people. Greetings to the world. Just want to big up all the other poets who came before I, you know. You see, I is not a poet. Man is a spoken word artist. I speak my mind. Because I didn't give lyrics to music, neither colors to art. I didn't give my mind for science, nor my brain for invention. I gave no voice to singing, no feet to dancing. Instead, I gave my hands and my fingers to a pen, and my thoughts and my feelings to writings. Because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. My first piece is titled, I Have Voices. I have voice and echoes of yesteryear. I can feel a natural mystic blowing through the air. I hear Marvin Gaye sing that song, what's going on, what's going on? And Brother Bob, come we go chant down Babylon one more time. I hear Nelson Mandela speak, those who struggle for justice, no rules or enforcement can defeat. So I put my pen to paper for all the lies that I have been told, and there is so much trouble in the world. I put pen to paper because of wars and rumors of wars causing mass migration, people dying from starvation, mankind and the arrogance. Put pen to paper because of toxic gas polluting the air, destroying Mama Earth. Her veins are being drained for wealth. She's hurting, she's crying. Global warming. Put pen to paper for those who've been murdered because of religious differences. Let me inform you, there is no religion that's higher than the truth. Put pen to paper because of Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, and the 45th president who is arrogant and insane, separating families with his new immigration policy, bigotry and hate to make America great again. Put pen to paper for peace in the East and the West, hoping one day we will all realize peace cannot be obtained with wars. It could only be achieved by overstanding. Put pen to paper, asking why in 1985, Philadelphia police bombed the Move compound. Brothers, sisters, and children were killed. Police were found guilty of negligence. No one criminalized. Put pen to paper for the injustice of Abner Louima, Amadou Diallo, Sean Bell, Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and so many others who were killed or abused by a system they say that is supposed to serve and protect. Put pen to paper because I am tired of the black and black crime. You see, 40% of the prison population are black men, and our women are left to raise our children, then to be called bitch and hoes. Where is the love? Where is the respect? Where is the support? Put pen to paper for the mothers of the emancipation. Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Winnie Mandela, Betty Shabazz, Yaa Asantewaa, Shirley Chisholm, and all the other mothers who have sacrificed their lives to make ours better. Put pen to paper because of the comrades in the revolution, Marcus Garvey, Patrice Lumumba, Nelson Mandela, Steve Biko, Paul Bogle, Malcolm and Martin, and many more who have paved the way to make it possible so we can write and speak freely today. Put pen to paper for the hundreds of thousands who have been murdered all over Africa. We Africans must rise to the occasion and stop the killing of our nation and believe in our ability that we have the power and the resources to accomplish what we wish. Put pen to paper for peace and love, justice, equality, to educate, to liberate. Put pen to paper to make a difference, because it takes a revolution of pen, paper, word, sound, and power to make a solution. I put pen to paper because I've got so much things to say right now, so much things to say. Thank you. Yes, this other piece is, I started writing it for my wife, you know, and it just turned out to be for every woman, you know. African woman, descendants of kings and queens, rich mahogany skin, strong, sexy, eloquent, creative creatures. Your graceful curved hips dances to the rhythm of your feet, your plum tender lips, sugar apple sweet. The melodious tone of your voice bubbles the soul, can complete any man's world. Your sunshine eyes and contagious smile, every man wants to win your prize. Your combination of African flavors creates your unique figure. Your deep-rooted culture shapes your personality, your character, yes, and you've got swagger. Right below your waist, that conceals space, more refreshing than a cool drink of water, finger licking, tongue rolling on my lips, sugarcane sweet and coconut treats. African woman, you're so deliciously sweet. Your words penetrate my brain, stimulate my mind, rearrange my thoughts. Let me come navigate your canals and explode into your sea, woman. I want to be one with you, the one for you, come with you, into you, sow seeds into your garden that's hidden. Then we can procreate new thoughts and ideas. Because alongside every great man, there is a greater woman. You take me to a higher place. You motivate. I'm addicted to you. The way you articulate inspires. You set my soul on fire. I'm intrigued by your mind and captured by your sting. I love the energy you bring. You make my heart sing. Hallelujah. Your friend, a lover, a wife, a sister, a mother. Sometimes you also the father. Blessed is your womb that brings forth life. You complete me, you conceive me, and yes, you are the mother of my son, magnificent woman. You turn nights into day and make pains go away. Contrary to what some men say, you are a masterpiece. Because you wear a crown and you're a queen lady, and so you should be treated. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. You're an example of creation. You personifies perfection. You're phenomenal. Mother of creation, African woman. You're loved always, all how, all days, forever and ever. Never, ever will I leave you for another. Peace and blessings to the women and them. So, the other piece I have is titled Self-Love. Osagyefo, I know you like this one. So, they say the greatest gift, the greatest love there is the love of God. But God created man in his own image and likeness. So the greatest love there is the love of self. So I love myself. Yes, I love myself. Conceited, some say, vain, egotistic, self-centered, cocky, I might add, but I don't give a shit because I love myself. You see, I was born by myself and will die by myself. So tell all the haters, go screw themselves. When I look in the mirror, I see a reflection of myself. And that is why I love myself. Don't misinterpret me. I was conceived by someone else and will love and respect everything in God's universe. But first, I must love myself. I don't worship myself, but I believe in myself, trust in myself, respect myself. I will always stay true to myself. I wrote this piece all by myself. I speak to myself, listen to myself. Sometimes I even answer myself. I concentrate, meditate to alleviate every negative thought from myself. You see, one must know thyself, overstand thyself, to liberate thyself. Until you make peace with yourself, you will never be content with who you are. Too many people overvalue what they are not and don't appreciate what they are. Accept and love everything about yourself. I mean everything, because you are what you are. That's the Alpha, the Omega. No apologies, no regrets. So don't hate me because I love myself. And don't excuse me because I admire myself. But respect me, yes, respect me because I love myself. And only by loving thyself, one could love life and respect everyone else. Love thyself. Love thyself. Yes, my last piece is, as you know, I'm from St. Lucia, and today is considered Journée Creole in St. Lucia. And my head wrap is to signify that I am Creole. St. Lucia was fought 14 times by the French and the English, 7 times to the French and 7 times to the British. So we speak 2 languages, broken French, kind of broken French with African and English. And I had to do a piece for my fellow St. Lucians. Journée Creole meaning a day of Creole, what we used to eat back in the days and our ancestors used to the dance we used to do, and so I have to do a piece about St. Lucia. Oh, island in the sun, where my people has toiled from time began. I may sail far wherever, but this land will always be home.
Why you opening my windows, nigga?
So I hop on the Iron Bird destination, a beautiful island in the Caribbean, a place where I could taste the flavor of the rain, a place where the rivers run clean, and in winter the trees still grin. Yes, man, in winter we trees still grin. Where your morning alarm, cocks crowing, blackbirds singing, aroma of fresh coffee and cocoa tea, rose bread, fruit, charcoal burning. That is where I'm going to be. I not talking no shit, man. I going back home to leave it. The temperature in New York City, I cannot take it. One time it cold, the other time it hot like fire. So I going back to my beautiful island, to some warm and sunny weather. Yeah, wrong. I remember children outside playing marbles, ticky-tock, high jumps, cowboys and crooks, while the older fellas in the savannah playing football and cricket. That is where I'm going to be. I going back home no matter what the US immigration say to me. I not changing my mind, man. I ready a long time. Done save some money. Now I getting out of this stressful city. I may sail from many a seas, but this place, St. Lucia, will always be home to me. So I leaving on the next jet plane and I'm not coming back again. I'm gonna sit by the seashore, shake my natty dread, me eye well read. Watch the tide roll, sunrise to sunset. Eat some mango, julienne, sugar, apple, golden apple in the sauce, cassava, drink plenty of coconut water. Now tell me, what else could be better? My grandmother preparing green banana, saltfish, and zaboka. But don't forget the mango, cocoa beef, and the jupa. Man, they sweet, you know. But all that food talking, having my mouth licking, garçon, meni poale, soupa weme, usav kote maye. Translation, man, I have to go. If you don't see me, you know where I'll be. St. Lucia, my home, sweet, sweet home. Peace and blessings. Bon journée Creole to all my St. Lucians. Thank you.
Things to say. About they got the wrong without you, but they don't know what they do. They got they love it all the time. So much things to say. About they got the wrong without you, but they don't know what they do. They got
Thank you for that fiery set, brother. Ras YaYah. Beautiful stuff. God bless. Up next, we have a seasoned veteran to the mic, to the stage, the Black Poet Matters family. CJ Empress Poetry Lane is up next. Meet performance artist, poetic activist, author, motivational speaker, and mother, Empress Poetry. Barbados born and Brooklyn, New York bred. This culturally rich and diverse combo gives her a creatively unique, edge-colored palette and a horizon-wide canvas. Empress Poetry cleverly weaves language and molds character through the power of the pen. Her signature performance poetry captures the delicate intricacies of life. Sister Empress, the mic is yours.
What you need to do is be thankful for the life you got, you know what I'm saying? Stop looking at what you ain't got, start being thankful for what you do got. Let's get it to him, baby girl. Hey.
That's right. And then you see they're gonna go far, cause everyone knows who you are. So live your life. You steady chasing that big car, just live your life. Ain't got no time for no haters, just live your life. Don't tell them where it'll take ya, just live your life.
We did it again, homie.
Cause I'm a paper chaser, just living my life. My life, my life, my life, just living my life.
Hey, never mind what haters say, ignore them till they fade away. Amazing they ungrateful after all the game I gave away. Safe to say I paved the way for you cats to get paid today. Still be wasting days away now had I never saved the day. Consider them my protege.
Good evening, everybody. I'm glad to be here for another session. I'm just going to go right into it. This first joint is called If These Walls Could Talk. If these walls talk, stories of discovery would be revealed. The birth of a great nation no longer concealed. These walls would tell tales. Tales of voyages sailed to new lands. Tales of invasions and death by other hands, and sometimes by our own. If these walls talk, they would guide the lost home back to arms of love and forgiveness. If these walls talk, others might understand. All we are asking for is to be seen as hued man, equal in right and value, created by the same hand that made you from dust, deserving of the same laws, just. Laws that stop the law from killing us and receiving praise amid our protests you refer to as fuss. If these walls talk, they would say what they see and not allow others to grieve and allow murderers to walk free, determined to do it again. If these walls talk, they would tell of the pain lost. Ask how much more will it cost before you stop putting clearance tags on on body bags, ending our existence. Knees on our necks and bullets to our backs. You consistently blow holes into our chests as you suckle from our breasts for inspiration. You say it's all about peace and acceptance. Then accept our rights to coexist with equal justice and equity. We don't need handouts and pity. We want to stop having to fight for the right to simply breathe. We want to stop the grief and rage. We want to live. If these walls talk, they would explain how our lives matter, how it is more than just a write-in, it's a call, one that comes from a cry, a guttural cry, from a grief-stricken heart torn apart as their tears wash the blood of someone they love off the streets. From a child forced to watch life seep from the one who was supposed to teach them about life. Taken by the hands of the one sworn to protect them for life. Do you understand that fear and confusion? That feeling of disillusion when they can no longer differentiate the cop from the killer, the beauty from the beast that has been unleashed and unveiled, revealing that evil has power and it's real when they see peace is not always a just reward. If these walls talk, they would fall apart to reveal how division is controlling us, how propaganda guides us. They would show it as hearts that built them and our hands that reinforce them. If we don't lift our hands high in demand, we want justice and peace, chokeholds released, murdering cops arrested, tried, and convicted. We want red lines erased and more than painted letters in the street, placed to cover up the blood stains beneath them. We don't want to be game or gamed. We want to stop saying their names and writing them on these walls. If these walls talk, some might learn that love diffuses war, that equal respect melts the confusion, and quelled egos could find a solution if that is really what we all truly seek. That's that piece. And this piece is inspired by my team of poets in Black Poet Matters. It's called Redemption Poem. I'm from a poetic family that kills every stage. We drop jewels like flower petals on these graves and leave the audience resting with peace on their face, and we never ghost. Nope, You can always find us on post practicing what we speak, because we know without action our metaphors are weak, no longer potent. We know love conquers all, it's a powerful component, so we spread it like an eagle spreads its wings, like word of the government handing out free things. We spread it like doctors do cancer, except they give answers, but never the cure. I am from a poetic family that will go to war, using words and intellect like tribal swords to cut down the distractions, clearing the way, hoping others will see. They say we're free, but are we? Barbed wires and walls for security, but who has the key for the gate? Who is declaring the mandate? Convincing us one day we'll all be great again. Billions collected to be spent on keeping others out, or is it to keep us in? Feels like history is tilted and in a reverse spin. These bars they spit out are to imprison us again, confuse us, make us see our enemy as friend and our friend as our enemy, depreciating us to make more money, separating us by class and category, putting our negatives on display. See, crime gives them clearance to move in and clean up our community, to provide us food and water packed with impurities. They want us back on the auction block, so they infect us with disease while they invest in Glocks and shotguns and call it control. This story is as old as the slave trade. They've made the waters bloody, but not many of us know how to swim, so we must wade. See, if we fade, they gain that superiority they crave so desperately. Knowing we came first is a curse they've tried to reverse throughout history. They want to harness our powers in the land of the free. Freedom isn't ours. They use laws to lash us, rules to bend us, and pray for us to break. I am from a poetic family who sees through the fake. We use our words to show the reality, actions to prove our potency is love, self-love, Black love, pure love. It's the magic in our potion, the secret ingredient to our truth, the elixir that will empower our youth to continue the fight of our ancestors. Bond us as brothers and sisters, no longer seeing each other as just another nigga, but as kings and queens, as the royalty we've always been, even though they stole our crowns. And that's that piece. And my final piece is a piece I want to dedicate to survivors of domestic violence. This month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I am a survivor, and this piece is entitled A Poem. Spirit said, you can't keep lighting yourself on fire to keep others warm, and that set a blaze to my soul. Activated every sense in my body, it touched my heart. I tasted that nugget, smelled my ish, heard this poem, and saw the light. This ain't my battle. This ain't my fight. I am not a blight or a failure. I am a survivor of many things. I am what I've learned I'm meant to be, and I'm learning I am love. I may not be your cup of tea because I am black coffee, hot, strong, and kind of sweet, with a bite that some might hate, but I can't be fake. I am me. I am broken and repaired, refurbished and refined. I am a pressured piece of coal with a brilliant shine. I am a dance. I am a song. I am poetry, a haiku of complex simplicity. I wish on stars and pray people accept me, for me is all I be. And I try to discover what others see in me, then decide whether I want to add it to my inventory or just smile and make it clear that they can't change me. That's my job. And God is my supervisor. He watches my every move and sends me messages if he doesn't approve, but he'll never demote me. I have life insurance and benefits. He protects and directs angels to be my security because I am essential, especially not rare, but definitely one of a kind, made of several elements impossible to define, but I'm genuine and I'm true. If you are loyal to me, I am loyal to you. I will do what I can to help you through without expectations. I live a life of love without manipulation. I love others for whom they present themselves to be. And I love them when I see them in reality, but I might just have to adjust my ventricles if necessary. Because my heart, it's not meant to be broken. It is not meant for me to hurt. I am no one's token. I am a treasure to be kept securely in the chest. I'm first string in God's orchestra, and I always do my best to keep harmony, but I'm never afraid to do a solo because I know I can't keep lighting myself on fire to keep others warm. Spirit said it, and it's true. I am Empress Poetry. Thank you.
Cause I'm a paper chaser, so live your life. You steady chasing that paper, just live your life. Ain't got no time for no haters, just live your life.
All right, y'all, give it up for Sister Empress for that fiery set of flame throwing poetry, no doubt. Appreciate your presence, Sister Empress, always in this poetic family. And that piece was Blaze that you wrote for the family, the foundation. Totally appreciate it. So I'll be quiet because it's my turn and I'm being introduced.
Okay, so I just want to introduce our very, very, very own poet laureate. I am really excited to introduce this brother. It is my honor and my pleasure. I just want to thank him and Benjamin and all the work they've been doing, putting this together and organizing this every month. You guys are truly awesome. So let me just say that Christopher D. Sims, who is going to be going up, is the co-founder of Blackport Matters, a soundtrack for the times, a globally known expert of the written and spoken word, a hip-hop enthusiast, and is also a published poet. He is a proud fellow of the Intercultural Leadership Institute as an arts and cultural leader. Let's just put our hands together for this amazing brother.
Excel, then prevail. The mic is contacted, I attract clientele. My mic check is life or death, breathing a sniper's breath. I exhale the yellow smoke of Buddha through righteous steps, deep like the shining, sparkle like a diamond, sneaker on the island, and my army jacket lining hit the earth like a comet invasion. Nazis like the Afro-Centric Asian, half man, half amazing. Cause in my physical, I can express through song, delete stress like Motrin, then extend strong. I drink my wet with Medusa, give a shot. Now from the split that I lived in hell, it ain't hard to tell.
It ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail across the globe. Chris got mad. Clientele never fail, especially when it comes to poetry. Globally, they know me for being profound. Lyrically, I astound. Grammatically, I never hit the ground. Using words of vocabulary to remain legendary, primarily necessary because it's always in me. The Africanic, verbally and lyrically bionic. Grab the microphone and spit lyrics that are supersonic, but I'm not JJ Fad. Lyrically, I'm never bad. You have to grab a dictionary to keep up with my vocab. This is off the dome, and I'm chilling at home. Let me stop right there because Christopher D was in the zone. Yeah. That's just a freestyle off the dome. It's definitely from my man Nas, who's always been an inspiration. That song, as soon as I hear it, it gives me all kinds of insight and just that verbal power that resides in us. So Shout out to Nasir Jones, a.k.a. Nas. Someone spit a piece entitled Leroy and Them that I haven't recited in quite a while, especially in front of folks on a microphone. So this piece I'm going to start off with is an old piece of mine that tends to haunt me sometimes because it needs to be heard. Leroy and them ran down dirty, dingy streets of ghettos, never letting go of that devouring life that could only deliver fatal blows to any type of progression. They never learned vital lessons. They kept messing with death and confessing the stress until only a few of them were left. Leroy and them was so wild. Each grew up as an innocent child only to conquer that monster of a nigga profile. They were glamorized for gang banging, dope slanging, and pants hanging. All the pretty girls thought they was cool and didn't care that they were just conditioned fools. Leroy and them were smoking reefer at 13. They were tough turf kings who broke young guards' hearts at fast extremes. Man, they had it made, stayed, paid, and laid, but them days came to an end a long time ago. You see, Leroy and them ain't on top no more. They're dead, locked up in prison, or strung out on dope. Couldn't cope with the fast life of the coma caught up with them. I still see a few of them around the hood. They're bums, addicts are played out, pimps still up to no good. Just paying attention to Leroy and them, I learned that it's a never-ending cycle. In the wilderness of this wicked world, we become devilish disciples, responsible for our own progression or dismal survival. That's Leroy and them. Straight out of the 80s. Yeah, man, grew up here in Rockford on the west side, and there was cats named Leroy and all those names, but really what it's encompassing is what a lot of Black folk had to experience and during the time of Reaganomics. So that's Leroy and them. So I'm sure the Black Poet Matters fam will feel this next piece is entitled Where the Poets At. Where the poets at, the scribers, survivors, architects of one-liners, the designers, the rhymers, the ones who set the page and the stage on fire, on fire, on fire, on fire. Where the poets at, the time after timers, the writers, the providers, the vocabulary climbers, the ones who never lose the passion, desire, the ride or diers, the ride or diers. Where the poets at, the prime timers, the guiders, the page gliders, the live wires, the bullshit non-subscribers, the pinners who go after the liars, the pinners who go after the liars. Where the poets at? The freedom fighters who take down empires, they who won't stop rock until they retire. Where the poets at? The performers who be passing out the flyers, the lyricists who edit till their stanzas get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. The typers, texters, the goddamn freestylers who get us higher and 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 higher. Yo, where the poets at? That's that piece. Appreciate it. Appreciate the applause, no doubt. So I think I'm gonna follow Larry's lead and share a piece, in regards to the current political situation and what we have coming up. And I think somebody else also addressed it, but I definitely remember Larry addressing this topic, and I'm gonna jump right in. If you're an activist, someone fighting for change, a mother who can barely afford to pay the rent, if the political process is moving too slow for you, if your emails are not being responded to, or if your phone calls are not being returned, and you start feeling burned, then what are your options? Who is really in your corner? We were hoping the revolution started years ago. The hope was reachable, tangible during the Obama administration, that this nation would somehow turn around and welcome us into the wordings of its constitution. But during the protests, the marches, the many vigils, we have learned that those freedoms we have been fighting for are only illusions until we finally find politicians and parties that honor the humanity of the poor, Black and brown children, and union workers who are finding their savings depleting fast, fast, fast. Who in the city is listening to our blues songs? What local platforms will take our stories, then turn them into recorded audio collages that inspire everyone who attempts to represent us to bear the truths of their souls and guide us, guide us. in new directions? When will elections ever not be a fight for underrepresented people to finally be heard? Finally be heard. What if every vote casted was connected to the monetary lines of City Hall, Winnebago County, and the state of Illinois, and after each time our political representatives failed to listen to us, we received compensation for each disappointment. Then would those same politicians join us on a collective crusade to carry the wishes of the people until we were all equal, all equal? I am hoping to sound off the common concerns of the average citizen, put a mic to the mouth of everyday sufferers who are sitting down after working 2 jobs. Isn't that a poet's job? I hope you vote with conviction. I hope everyone you encourage to vote listens to their hearts or looks into the eyes of a needy youth, a worried postal worker, the teacher at school hoping he doesn't get COVID, then turns those dire situations into action at the voting booth. Your vote will be proof that change can actually come to serve you and all of the things you see that is hurting our community. And that's that piece. Rock on. I got a rock on. Christopher D. Sims, I got a rock on. Black Poet Matters Family, rock on. Rock on. I got a rock on. Christopher D. Sims, I got a rock on. You see, I am a poet. I turn words into slaves, or better yet, sun rays. I engrave page after 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 page with rhythmical rage. You see, once I engage, the page becomes my stage to wage wars with syllables, consonants, vowels, syllables, consonants, vowels, syllables, consonants, and vowels. I howl in the thick of the night to conjure my poetical might. Each word written transforms into light. I am a poet. I dive deep into the infinite world of diction to bring forth image and vision. I'm a scientist who's always in the lab, performing experiments with vocab. You see, I am a poet, prophet of verb, creating logic with words. I must write and recite, 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 write and recite. I cannot resist the urge. I am a poet. And that's my time, y'all. Thanks. Peace. Positive energy always creates elevation. Peace. And I'm back because I got to introduce the next poet. She's gonna wrap up the show with her spoken word poetry. And her name is Nia McAllister. Living at the intersection of Blackness, womanhood, art, and activism, Nia McAllister is a Bay Area born poet, avid reader, and environmental justice advocate. She is the host and curator of the monthly open mic series at the Museum of the African Diaspora, Moad in San Francisco, where she is the visitor experience manager. Nia's poetry has been featured on Poets of Color podcast and the Nomadic Press Dialogue Poet series. Nia, the mic's yours, it's yours.
Down, down, down on the floor. Down, down, down on the floor. Get fed and they feel it on their face. Talking all day, then they feel it on their place. Take it on down, they gon' feel it on the day. Take it on home and they feel it all the way. Taking on shots and they feel it on their face. Hey, hey, hey. Take it all down, make them feel it on their face. Hey, hey, hey. Men get down and they putting on a show. Girls getting down every day. Walking out of town on the floor, making things rain on the girl. Get down and they feel it on their face. Down, 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 you know.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Christopher. This has been an absolute joy to be a part of this space, to be invited to share with all of you. So I'm so honored to close this out this evening. As Christopher mentioned, I'm the host of an open mic series at MOAD. And so creating these spaces where our voices can be heard is so important to me. And it's even more fun when I get to share some more of my own poetry. So I have a handful of pieces that I'm going to share this evening. And to preface them, essentially a lot of the writing that I do, I call on our ancestors and family, ancestors both living and those who have passed. So a lot of these pieces are woven with their stories and their legacy. And so to start us off, this is a piece that I wrote now a couple of years ago, but I think it's ever relevant to the times that we're living in. So this is entitled Say Her Name. They locked up history today, barred the doors, threw away the key, and called her truth false. 4 walls between her and her children said hush. These walls not for talking, only home wrecking. Here we learn grievance cannot be rehearsed. Justice only got catcalled once today. Not bad for a missing woman. If she's invisible in the first place, who's to say she was ever here? Sis got taken too. So now we take to the streets saying no justice, no peace. We yell our sisters' names against the chorus of what she have on, to which we cry defiance. Oh, so she was asking for it. To which we remind them, nobody's got time to look inviting when there are revolutions growing beneath our tongues. What's that? You couldn't hear over all the white noise? It's here we learn fragility doesn't listen anyways. So as history tells us, we must repeat ourselves. No justice, no peace. Thank you. And this next piece is inspired by my family, the women in my family, my mom, her sisters, all whom of which have this radiant, beautiful silver hair that I aspire to. So this is entitled Inheritance. When I say silver runs in the family, it's not that old money silver. We're talking thick braids, smooth locks, defiant curls, strands that fall like paper trails, wisps destined to defy gravity, edges slick like tide lines. Our wealth comes wrapped in silk scarves, protected nightly, fishtailed tightly, laid to rest upon satin sheets. We know that homegrown wealth best, that argon dipped, coconut oil coated, wash and go ready riches. Abundance never smelled so good. I count my strands carefully, lamenting the few who fall too early. Just wait until I wear my pearly halo proudly. Black at the root, silver is the crown. The women in my family only know how to age backwards. Our roots, once born black and proud, stay always black and proud. Thank you. This next piece that I'm going to share was also written a year or so ago as a tribute to Nia Wilson. And sadly, this piece is still relevant. It's entitled Black While Walking for Nia Wilson. The road so dark you could barely see him. Hands up in surrender. Silhouette hugged tight to the concrete. So you can't separate skin from sidewalk. It's ironic though, because dead men don't walk. Which begs the question, who gets to walk alone at night? We already know Black hands are a crime of possession, but possession becomes prize, becomes prey when they see hips before hands. And these curves are too fine to be called a four-way stop. And we all know no stop. It ain't in their vocabulary. Nobody comes running to save Black girls. We just left to carry the world's problems and pick up our own selves after. I'm fine on my own, but maybe I don't want to be so alone. So my hands stay wrapped around the sharp edge of my keys, because what's the value in locked doors when there's nobody home to open them? Home is but a feeling, and somebody's home away from home is now a chalk outline on the corner of liberty and justice. Because this is America, land of the free. So taking a slight lighter turn, the next piece I'm going to share is a two-part poem. The first part is entitled Ritual. Come to a body of water, your closest stream, the puddle beside your curb strip, the ocean. Yes, come to the ocean. The more waves, the better. Bring us pumpkin and honey and cast them out into the waves. Wade out into the water and apply sea foam to your skin. Return to the land and scoop handfuls of earth until your nails are black. Leave the earth where you found it and cast your palms upward into the moonlight. Repeat this. Repeat this until you are wet body wearing sea foam. Fresh earth beneath fingernails, with nightfall on your calloused palms. Repeat this until they find you bleeding stories. In the day, diamonds are in the water. The only time the ocean cut me, I bled stories. They said, what a beautiful yet terrifying thing it is to be free. They said, we have traveled years to bring you our names. We knew you'd forget them, or worse, never recognize them in the first place. They said, rememory me. Unfold your tongue, gather in your hand all the cities your foremothers birthed freedom in. Scatter milkweed seeds in the wind and call us home. So waterlogged and weary, I bandaged my wounds with diamonds and rise from seafoam memory, homebound. I have never been far from the page. How else to learn what moonlight looks like through blue-eyed promises? Oh, but to be Sonia, to be Tony, to be wind in a cotton field scattering marigolds. I wish I knew Arkansas clouds like I do the lines on a poem, like I do the recipe for forgiveness. Joy is memory in the refrain, magic too hopeful to stay hidden. See, the trick to befriending stories is listening, after all. Yet sometimes belonging cannot be traced by tide lines or railroads carved out of the night sky, but rather dog-eared pages and overdue book finds. Having a library to owe things to makes one at home, right? So we write, we sing, we rename our story legacy before they claim we were never here in the first place. Find us on the page. As she said, this is the first battlefield we play on. Hear our words dance, and so we too leap into blissful surrender. And one day we will fly. And one day we will fly. And I'm going to close out with one last piece. Actually, that last poem in part is a dedication to one of my favorite writers, our beloved Toni Morrison, inspired by some of her lines in Beloved. And this next piece that I'm going to share is inspired by another one of my favorite writers, Ntozake Shange, in her book Sassafras, Cypress, and Indigo. And so this is entitled Consort of the Spirits, after Ntozake Shange. There are roadmaps in my great-great-grandmother's braids. She keeps seeds in there too, because where we are going, home must come with us. Tell me how your mother hides spices in the hem of her skirt, tucks hymns behind her ears, and calls it packing for tomorrow. Do the women in your family hide rose water in their saliva, sage in between their thighs? Because how dare we sleep on strange land without blessing? Tell me how your sister folds indigo leaves between her toes, smuggles cotton flowers under her arms, and promises that where we are going, there will be color. There are black-eyed peas in my auntie's coin purse. She keeps moonlight in there too, because luck is far more precious than loose change. I carry a cowrie shell in the crook of my arm. It sings when my twins are near. I wear strands of sea glass upon my ears because where we are going, there will be music. Do the women in your family wrap beeswax around their ring fingers, tuck matchsticks in their collarbones, and promise that we will never know darkness? They call this survival, but we pack what we must because what we return to may no longer be ours. They call this survival, but the body is a compass and we are each other's destination. They call this survival, but this ritual of making to leave before knowing where we're headed is how we birth futures. They call this survival, but we know better. Where there is a woman, there is magic. Thank you all so much. It's been such a pleasure to share in this space with all of you.
Thank you, Nia, for that fire set. I love your storytelling and the way that you're able to share those images, those sounds, those feelings, those earthy things, those things that make us us. Beautiful. Thanks for wrapping us up. And if you're not on, or if you're around, and if you can hear me, I want to honor brother Ras Osagyefo. Do the cipher, brother Ras. You down for the cipher tonight, bro?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. But those of you who don't know, we do this cipher. We all come back and do a one line. All right. So I'm gonna start it off while y'all get your one line. And beautiful set, by the way, everybody. I love this was a beautiful set. All right. All right. Since you did this piece about Larry, I'm gonna do a quote by Leroy Jones. You did the thing about Leroy, so I'm gonna do a quote by Leroy Jones, and I'm gonna echo this. We have the responsibility to carry the fire, be it in our stomach or on the end of a torch. Next point.
Brother Larry, you're up. You still there?
Yes, sir. All I ever wanted to do was be a poet, because all I ever actually wanted to be was free. My father, told me, when it gets to a point where you can hold it, then, son, you can stop being revolutionary.
Fire, bro. Brother Shareef Ali, you still with us?
Yeah, but I got a whole bunch of lines, man. I don't know.
Drop them.
I don't know what to spit. This is a short one, right? She played the piano like a book of Jesus, counting the hearts lost in summer frost. The cost, I can feel the love dying inside of me, like emotional poems in a vampire's diary. And if I should never love again, at least I've learned what the word implies.
Fire. Dope. Latisha, you're up.
Okay. Watch as I spit this. God as my witness. Can no style get with this? On, off beat, stay neat. Hit the street with iambic feet. I play with words, but not with the scripture. My style is like a runaway car. Watch out before I hit you.
Yo.
Right.
Boom. Like bam. All right. Econzi, you're up next, sister.
Don't let your assumptions sign a check your behind can't cash.
Ooh.
Run up to the wrong brother or sister, they gonna check yo. Run, go tell that to your little crew. You come for us, we coming for you.
Boom.
Fire.
Kapow. Watch out now. Here I come with my style that's wild, like the Brooklyn Zoo. Hey, yo, who? You, always that dude that spits verbal voodoo coming at you, ready to attack you on a mat and on a floor. Christopher D. Simpson, I come like a lion and I roar. Ooh.
Hey.
Sister Empress, your turn, Queen.
Empress, right there.
I'm here. I don't have no fire line. I have a little bit of jewel though. I use this mantra to myself as a victim of domestic violence in order for me to come to the next stage, which is survivor, and it's that only survivors survive. I see on social media a bunch of us are referring to ourselves as descendants of slaves. Change that narrative next week and be descendants of survivors and go vote. That's it.
All right, I love that.
Drop that jewel, Queen. Appreciate it, Empress. Sister Nia, you're wrapping us up. What you got?
Or did you call my name?
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, what's that mean? Let's see. I'll do a real, just short one-liner. We dance to reclaim the space. Our souls need room to breathe.
Can we end with a drum roll from Mama? Mama still around? Latisha, Mama?
You're muted, Latisha.
Oh, no, unfortunately, Mama's not around.
Mama's not around.
I was by Mama's house, so I went home so she goes to work and I go to work in the morning, so we both got to get some rest.
All right. This was beautiful. All right, love it.
Thank you. I'll let her know. She loves being a part of this.
Is YaYah still in the house? We miss YaYah.
I don't see YaYah.
You don't see YaYah? All right.
Yeah, there's a few missing, but that's cool. We still made the cipher happen.
Yeah, man. Yo, bro, you're the poet laureate of Black Poets Matter. All right. We're nominating Christopher, the poet laureate of Black Poets Matter. All right. Officially.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Much love, no doubt.
So
I want to drop a freestyle because I want to choose it. Choose what, Chris? My man Benjamin's music. Benjamin, be your turn. Bad man Benny, you're up, bro, with your second set. Let's get busy.
Yes, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in this evening, and just make sure that you continue to subscribe to the Bassment Entertainment YouTube page, as well as the Bassment Entertainment Facebook page. Just hit the like, also share the videos, and just let everybody know that we do this every month. So continue to share the love and just let everybody know what's going on. We thank everybody that all the poets. So everybody out there in the virtual land, just give that clap up for all of the poets out there, so that we can hear you all throughout. They all did a magnificent job. So once again, just stay tuned for next month, Black Poet Matters. So once again, we talk about the matters of the Black poets. So the S is in the right place. So once again, just continue to stay tuned. We'll be posting, many of these poets have books, so we ask that you support them. Some of them have apparel, some of them have various things. So we just ask that you continue to support all of the poets. So thanking everybody out there that was tuned in, keeping it locked. And once again, the video's up there. Just continue to share it. And until next time, just saying God bless.
Yo, Ben.
Yeah.
That was a sweet halftime set, man. You need to put a mic on yourself, brother. Not a mic, a camera. You need to put a camera. We want to see around the turntable, man. That set was sweet. You never see me got me bobbing and shooting and everything.
It probably in a future session I'll put the camera on.
All right, put it on, brother. All right.
We're gonna switch up the vibes as we close out. So once again, we do this. We give you a little bit of the reggae. We give you the hip hop as well. So just keep it a positive. Once again, thank you to everybody for all of their continued support. So continue to share. So once again, thanking everybody. Thanking all of the poets once again for participating, and all of you, everybody out there in the audience. Just stay tuned for the next episode.
Go, and on the count of three. Go, and on the count of three. Go. On the count of three, everybody run back to your fantasy. Now, go, and on the count of three. Go, and on the count of three. Go. And
explored, let me know she was secure. Back for more, I wanna go, 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 go. And on the count of 3, go, go, go. Another summer, sound of the funky drummer. Music hitting your heart, cause I never got soul. Hey, listen if you're missing, y'all. Swinging while I'm singing, giving what you're getting, knowing what I know in. While the black band's sweating, in the rhythm I'm rolling. Gotta give us what we want, gotta give us what we need. Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power! 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 We got to fight the power that be! Self-destruction, yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction, yeah, for self-destruction. Well, today's topic, self-destruction, it really ain't the rap audience that's bugging. It's one or two suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the mid. So to crush that stereotype, here's what we did. We got ourselves together so that you could unite and fight for what's right, not negative cause. The way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives. Pop, 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 when it's shot, who's to blame? Headline, front page, and rap's the name. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time. Took a brother's life with a knife as his wife. Cried cause he died of trifling death when he left his very last breath. Was I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you gangbang? I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man, cause that's self-destruction, yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction, yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction, yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Working harder than ever. D-Nice is rocking the sound set tonight. We're not through. I want to drop a new sound. It's calm yet wild style that I speak. Just deal with facts and you'll never get weak in the heart. In fact, you'll start to illuminate knowledge to others in a song. Let me demonstrate the force of knowledge. Knowledge reigns supreme. The ignorant is ripped to smithereens. What do you mean when you say I'm rebellious? Cause I don't accept everything that you're telling us. What are you selling us? The creator dwelling us. I sit in your unknown class while you're failing us. I failed your class cause I ain't with your reasoning. You're trying to make me you by seasoning. Up my mind with C.J. Lunn. See John walking a hardcore New York. Come on now, it's like a chocolate cow. It doesn't exist, no way, no how. It seems to me that in the school this ebony African history should be pumped up steadily, but it's not. And this has got to stop. See spot, run, get spot. Insulting to a black mentality, a black way of life for a jet black family. So I include with one concern that you must learn.
The paragraph. Feed math, J begins class. Science of class is now brought to the rhyme division. From the school, straight to the verse. God to gods, from gods to man. Many kings, many leaders, a fist from a hand. They call me militant, now what does this mean? Do I carry a gun to make the army scene? With the cause I never pause, as simply as a brother. Raise the flag, wave the colors. Red, black, green with the key, the difference. Words make a way in the world in an instant. Living to die and I die to live again, 360 degrees. Comprehend, a man getting stronger till he's man no longer. Unearthly state makes the time seem shorter. The ever radiant awareness brought forth the one. Open eye and stroke sun. Practicing priests, standing by what I teach. So you all stand starving as I start to unleash. Words of God. Blackness brought from the Genesis will exist till Armageddon is a witness. The originals built the earth. Why must there be aggression to learn a basic lesson? Fighting the just realistic, stern within reality. A juggernaut when you tamper with mentality. I wear a crown, extension and dimension of a brain cell, bringing hell to the sellouts. Forever tangled, web we weave, always trying to obtain, no attempt to achieve. Descendants of kings and queens act like justice, never potential, quarter of the measure. Jealousy of what are we becomes tendency for their thievery. Alright, cool, but no need to pull the tool, cause that's a fool. I get my words like that in my stool to produce the words that they drool about. It's another way of taking out these sissies who may try to extend my principality, but of course they're not having madness. From beginning, I'm the end. Observe me. Ignorance is not a trend. So on the back end, for each second, you rule the reins. Take it to the words of the world.
I walked down the street, show picking a one. I see a little roughneck kid with a gun. I said, little homeboy, what's up with the Glock 19? He said, a damn crack fiend just went and took his mama's life. And now the kid's over there smoking the pipe. I said, get one, let him know what he did. And you don't need to go to jail, you're just a kid. Give me the gun, little G, just cool it down. You got a lot to live for, you're college bound. And so he screams and cries, we start hugging on the corner in Fort Greene. We're bugging, tears drip as we walk to the crib. And I'm trying to comfort the kid. I woke up, it's a brand new day. Little man blew himself away, and I'm scorned, emotional, fawn, and I'm lost in the storm. Walk back in the hood, understood, understand the conspiracy upon the first man. Death to the clan, pump the fist, connected to the elbow, joined by the cartilage to the dark hand. And the plan to conserve this confused, violent land. Different races, faces, share the same spaces, sold by arrogant laces. Taste this piece, it's real, real sweet. Extra reasoning, seasoning to the weak. Will be done before the sun starts to nova. All will be over. Reveal the passion button, now hit it, cause no one is born a bigot. Delete what you engraved in your mind, and please throw up the peace sign, and maybe be reborn, or be lost in the storm.
My sins. I can walk anywhere I choose, cause everybody listens to the BDP crew. We're not here for glamour or fashion, but here's the question I'm asking. Why isn't young black kids taught black? They're only taught how to read, write, and act. It's like teaching a dog to be a cat. You don't teach white kids to be black. Why is that? Is it because we're the minority? Well, black kids follow me. Genesis chapter 11 verse 10 explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this fact, they can't laugh at you. Genesis 14 verse 13. Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was black. Abraham born in the city of a black man called Nimrod, grandson of Ham. Ham had 4 sons. One was named Canaan. Here, let me do some explaining. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac was the father of Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons, for real, and these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, Egyptians descended from Ham. 600 years later, my brother read up. Moses was born in Egypt. In this era, black Egyptians weren't right. They enslaved black Israelites. Moses had to be of the black race because he spent 40 years in Pharaoh's place. He passed as the Pharaoh's grandson, so he had to look just like him. Yes, my brothers and sisters, take this here song. Yo, correct the wrong. The information we get today is just black. But ask yourself, why is that?
I can't get stuck. I just keep moving forward. I got places to go, man. Let's go.
When the Yamakitian start get trained, a lot of we got a weeping more. Only the strong will continue. Do you have it in you? Now we've got a journey to go. And when the Strength found in youth. Self-defeat is your own dispute. And when you put yourself in your own shoes, it's either you're winning or losing. Don't you get it confused? Cause you're starring in your own movie, playing out the role you choose. So stand up and fight if you know say you're right, and know you will never fail. Tipping the scale and the wind shall prevail and the boat shall forever sail. Hey, there ain't no stopping or cruising, even when we're battered and bruised. Outrun all the sprinters and Mount Olympus, my God, tougher than Zeus. I'm a Gideon star, get on train. I get up and make it happen. I get up and we can train it. Continue. Yeah, continue. Now we got our journey to go.
They sing your face, not an 8-track, getting it good to the woods, so the people give you some of that reacting to the facts that I kick in a stick. Get a stay around, point to the joint, put the Buddha down. Go, get to the roots, and giving it up, so turn it loose. Then again, I got a story that's harder than a hardcore course. Not the Holocaust, I'm talking about the what's still going on. I know where from that dumb diddy dumb from the base motherland. The place of the drum, invaded by the whack, did it whack? It fooled the black, it left us faded. King and Chief probably had a big beef. Because of that, now I grit my teeth. So here's a song to the storm, but the shake of a snake and a smile that went along with that. Get trusted. Get trusted. Get trusted. Oh, yo, look towards the darkness. Nah, yo, look towards the light. Yo, what is that? It's a supernova. Nah, man, that's a black hole. Yo. I leap over lies in a single pound. The Black Prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self. They gave me super scientific powers. Now I run through the ghetto, battling my arch nemesis, Mr. Ignorance. He's been trying to take me out since the days of my youth. He feared this day would come. I'm out on his trail, but sometimes he slips away because he has an army. They always give me trouble, mainly hatred, jealousy, and envy. They attack me, they think they got me, but I use my super science and I twist all three. I see sparks over that building, they're shooting at me. I dip, do a backflip, then I hit him in the heart with sharp steel bookmarks. Ignorance hates when I drop it, but no matter what he do, he can't stop the prophet. And knowledge is nourished. Let's continue the saga.
I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak.
I think very deeply.
Let us begin. What, where, why, or when will all be explained like instructions to a game. See, I'm not just saying, in fact, I'm kind of rational. When I be asking you, who is more dramatic, this one or that one, the white one or the black one? The punk and I'll jump up to attack one. Empress one is just the gotta lead a crew. Right up to your face and diss you. Everyone saw me on the last album cover, holding a pistol, something far from a lover. Beside my brother, SCOTT. I just laugh, cause no one can defeat me. This is lecture number 2, my philosophy. Number 1 was poetry, you know it's me. You know it's my philosophy. Many artists gotta learn, I'm not flammable, I don't burn. So please stop learning and learn to earn respect, cause that's just what K.R. See, what do you expect when you rhyme like a soft punk? You walk down the street and get jumped. You gotta have style and learn to be original. And everybody's gonna wanna diss you. Like me, we stood up for the South Bronx, and every sucker MC had a response. You think we care? I know that they are on the tip. My posse from the Bronx is thick, and we're real life, we roll correctly. A lot of suckers would like to forget me, but they can't, cause like a champ I have got a record of knocking out the frauds in a second. On the mic, I believe that you should get loose. I haven't come to tell you I got juice, I just produce, create, innovate on a higher level. I'll be back, but for now just settle. Words out now, words out now, I profess and I don't jest, cause the words I manifest, they will take you, sedate you, and I will stress upon you the need for you all to feed your minds and souls, so you can lead yourself to peace. I got a real objective here. I am effective here, cause I select a clear method for all. Suckers I maul, they fall and crawl into the pit of purgatory. I go for glory,
I'm taking inventory, counting all the tough luck ducks while I narrate, relate and equate, dictate and debate. Cause my fate is to be called making history. I use sincerity, but I'll still bury the doubts and questions of all the skeptics. I'm kicking clout and I'll even bet this is true. There's nothing so-so, cause I know right about this minute I'm in it, admit it, I did it for you. Cause this is what I'm into. So chill while I instill that we almost fulfilled the proper mission for us. And yo, this is a must. See these lines of my rhymes, I attest. Huh, these are the words that I manifest. I manifest.
Take heed to the words that I manifest.
It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Broken glass everywhere, people pissing on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise, got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with a tow truck repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Standing on the front stoop, hanging out the window, watching all the cars go by, roaring as the breezes blow. Crazy lady living in a bag, eating out of garbage pails. Used to be a bag, had accepted that tango. Skipped the life and dango, a zircon princess, seen the lost her senses. Down at the peep show, watching all the creeps, so she could tell the stories to the girls back home. She went to the city and got so did it. She had to get a pimp, she couldn't make it on her own. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head.
Clap some hands, everybody, if you got what it takes. Cause I'm Curtis Blow, and I want you to know that these are the breaks. Brakes on a bus, brakes on the car, brakes to make you a superstar, brakes to win and brakes to lose. But these here brakes rock your shoes, and these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up. If your woman steps out with another man, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. And she runs off to them to Japan, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. And the IRS says they want a chat, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. And you can't explain why you claimed your cat, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. And Ma Bell sends you a whopping bill.
Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. I was on 125 in St. Nick, waiting on a cab, standing in the rain, under my heart, 3 clouds of pain. She got the best of me, what was her destiny? Maybe I should lick her with my 9mm. My mind is in a blur, cause you can never pay me to think this would occur. Me and this girl, Jane Doe, was living together. We were inseparable, no one could sever. At least that's what I thought, but later I fought with a substance and almost ended up in Supreme Court. When I was on the road doing shows, getting ends, she was in my Benz getting snippy with her friends. And even when she crashed my whip, I didn't flip. My man Slick Nick said, "Smooth, you're starting to slip." Time went on, I started noticing weight loss. Then I had to ask her, was she riding a white horse? At first she said no. Then she said, "Yo, Smooth, I'm sorry, but I keep having visions of snow, I need blow." And I said, "Whoa, little hottie, I'm not DeLorean, Gambino, or Gotti. I don't deal coke, and furthermore, you're making me broke. I'll put you in a rehab and I won't tell your folks." And what do you know? In 18 months she came home and I let her back in. And now she's sniffing again. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Sometimes Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. 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 Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick.
Yes. So once again, thank everybody for tuning in on this another episode of the Black Poet Matters Session 4. Shout out to Larry, shout out to Crystal, shout out to Ras Osagyefo, shout out to Latisha, shout out to Shareef, shout out to Econzi, shout out to Ras YaYah, shout out to Empress Poetry, as well as to Christy Sims, and shout out to Nia McAllister. So tune in for the next one and keep it locked.